Hello everybody, welcome on back to Madden NFL 2004, another episode of Random Rosters, posting every Tuesday right here on the channel. So if you'd like to see more, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos, and you can keep up with all the random roster happenings as they occur. My name is Sean. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully we have some good games today. We have 3 of them like we do every single week. And we're in the AFC a lot today. I think all of our games are actually going to be AFC teams. We have 2 division lead matchups at division leads at stake in today's matchup. So we also have a divisional rivalry between 2 AFC East teams as well. So I don't usually do this at the beginning, but let's just kind of break it down real quick. The AFC is a bit of a mess, honestly, because of the fact that 2 of the teams, right now it's the Steelers, but the Bengals and Steelers are both tied at 7-5, though they do not play each other this week. The Steelers, Bengals, and then the Jaguars and Texans are teams that have worse records than teams that might get eliminated because of the playoff formatting. So the Bills are your 1, the Chiefs are your 2, the Dolphins are your 5, the Broncos are the 6, which makes the Steelers, Bengals, whatever, the 3, and the Texans the 4, which would leave the Jets and then the other AFC North team out of the playoffs, even though the Jets and the Bengals or Steelers, whomever, would have a better record than the Texans. So it's a bit of a mess here, and it was kind of hard to decipher like what teams were kind of still in it, because it feels like even though we have a bunch of 6-6 teams, if they're not in a race for the division title, like directly affecting it, it was hard to go like, well, I think the Ravens can make a run at it, or the Browns, who are somehow still alive after their miracle win last week, and their losing point differential. So we're going to watch the Jets take on the Bills. I kind of forgot where I was going with that sentence. So it made it a little bit tricky to find some matchups here, because over here in the NFC, it kind of seemed like all the wrong teams lost. We have the Eagles playing the Cowboys today. The Eagles, Saints, and Falcons all just kind of need to win to keep their playoff hopes alive, but they weren't close enough to their division leaders that I thought it was all that interesting. The Jets would in this format actually miss the playoffs, so they need to win to to stay alive, but they also need to win to give themselves the best possible shot at an AFC East crown. So we are in the AFC a little bit more. Kind of all the worst possible outcomes for last week happened in the NFC side, especially like the Seahawks, who are playing the Vikings this week, but I think both those teams lost last week. And it was interesting there for a little bit, and then it kind of veered off in a direction that's made it a little bit tricky. So went through, found some matchups. We have a couple of division leads up for grabs today. But we're going to start with a AFC East matchup that could be very important coming down the stretch. It is the Jets and the Bills. That'll be game number 1. The Jets can improve to 8-5 and knock the Bills to 9-4. Looking just slightly ahead here. The Jets play the Steelers in what could be a very important game next week between a couple of either 8-5 teams or 7-6 teams. We'll have to see what happens there. And then the Bills play the Titans, which isn't very exciting. Didn't look that far. Then, we are going to go to the South. We are going to watch the 6-6 Texans and the 6-6 Jaguars. I know we've had the Jags on a bunch. I know we've had the Texans on a bunch lately. This one's interesting. It's battle for a division lead, puts them in the 4 spot. It does significant damage to the team that loses this game. And that'll be interesting to watch as the season winds down. And then last but not least, battle for either the 1 seed or the 6 seed, or the 2 seed or the 6 seed. I forget exactly how it lined up, but winner puts themselves with a home field bye week in the divisional round. Loser has to go on the road wild card weekend. So that is a really interesting matchup, and I'm very excited about that. But let's begin in the East with the Jets taking on the Bills. You know how it works. We watch the games. We hang out. We have a good time. Subscribe. Ring the bell. Do all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. It's Madden 2004. Random Rosters episode number 74.
The site is Ralph Wilson
which
Stadium,
is wild.
Orchard Park, New York. While several
Orchard
playoff
Park,
teams
New
have
York.
been determined, other teams' futures hang in the balance here in the last
My
few
mouse
weeks
is
of the
continuing
season.
to just
Thanks
not
for
work.
joining us today.
Oh, you have to
as
buy one
the
on
Jets
Friday.
square off against the Bills.
Oops.
Al Michaels and John Madden here to broadcast this one, brought to you by EA Sports, the company that defines football.
One thing that can turn an average
Warren
defense into
Sapp
a great one is the guys
on
up
the
front.
in the interior
When
for
you
the
have
Jets.
someone like this who consistently puts pressure on the quarterback, it allows the rest of the defense to drop back in coverage and not have to blitz or pressure as much. And when you can do that, offenses have a tough time getting things done.
The Bills' ground game should be a big factor in the outcome
Ricky
of this
Williams?
one. About the defense.
This is actually a very interesting matchup that they pointed out here. Warren Sapp, one of the great interior linemen,
This will force the defense
versus
to
a
tone down their
running back that
aggressiveness.
maybe got the short end of the stick in some ways, but a very good running back around
Not to
this
get all
time.
tired
So.
out doing that. You got to save some of that intensity and energy for the game.
The teams have taken the field. We're ready for the
There's a
kickoff.
look at the
Let's go to
standings.
the field.
Miami is in the middle there. They could prove to be kind of a wild card, as it were. But we'll find out what happens today. We're getting ready for kickoff.
Will be
Thanks
kicking
again
off.
for hanging out. Be sure to drink water.
And this one's a short kickoff. From the 13-yard line.
A short kickoff to the 13. The Jets are off and running up to the 45. There was one man left. It was the kicker, and that is who made some contact with him to get him down on the ground by a fellow Bills player. Fantastic run back nonetheless.
The former Alabama standout will be unable to contribute at halfback in this game. He says he hasn't gotten his knee back to full strength yet, but he thinks it should be pretty soon. Moss goes in motion.
Going to go with a handoff right up the middle, or he's going to bounce it to the right side. This is a terrific run deep into Bills territory inside the 31st and 10. Fantastic play call and execution there for the Jets. They are looking good here so far. I mean, granted, it's very early, but that's a terrific kickoff return and then a solid run like that.
Make a cut, then start heading in another direction without losing any speed at all.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
It is Kurt Warner piloting these New York Jets. Goes to the left side, finds a receiver.
So that play goes for about 6.
Solid gain to set up second down and 4.
John, a mismatch today. One of the top quarterbacks in the league taking on a very leaky pass defense.
Yeah, they sure are, Al, and I think mainly due to a lack of pass rush. These linebackers need to start blitzing a little more, I think, especially from the weak side if they want to get there and disrupt this quarterback's timing.
All kinds of clear pocket there, and almost a big swing and or flow, I guess. Momentum's kind of a weird word. I don't love it. I try to not use it because I don't like the idea. Whatever, doesn't matter. Point is, right as they say pass rush, it looked like a pretty clean pocket, but a good job getting in the throwing lane and making sure that that is an incomplete pass. Third down and 4, excuse me.
Looking upfield.
Go with a run, and they're not going to get it. Nice job by the Bills to see that they were running the ball. KO Spikes making a nice tackle. They may have given up a couple of yards, but they stopped him short of the line to gain. Feels like a bit of a wasted drive there for the New York Jets as they have terrific field position and a fantastic run to start the drive, but then completed pass for 6, an incomplete pass. Oh, and he missed the field goal. Jason Elam threw it to the right side. I didn't even get to finish my explanation.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Wow, so 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. I believe it's Tim Couch, quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. He's going to hand off to Williams, met in the middle, and dropped after a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Gives the ball off.
Hands the ball off, and they do a good job getting into the backfield, stopping them for a loss. 3rd down and long coming up.
When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
3rd down and 9.
Uses the pump. Gets rid of it.
That is a really nice throw off the pump fake. Looked to his right, did a pump fake, came back to his left, found a receiver, Tim Brown. That's exactly who you are looking for in a situation like that. Nice catch, 1st down. And a really bad break for the defense there.
New York comes out with 8 guys in the box.
On the 40-yard line.
Tosses it out to the left. About a 4-yard
Williams
gain.
looked like he tried a spin move on that 1st and 10 run to the left side. Kind of got hit in the back. Got a couple, but Madden Oval.
Drops back.
Oh, Tim Couch didn't get back far enough, and it is exactly who you would expect it to be. Warren Sapp. Well, it looked like just a bull rush right up the middle. It was a short drop for Couch, and that benefited a man like Warren Sapp, who was in the backfield immediately and able to knock him down. They'll give him a loss of 1, or loss of 5, excuse me. 3rd down and 11.
5 receivers set this time. Dropping back, pressure, gets the pass off.
Couch with pressure in his face gets the pass away. They got 8, but they needed 11, and Tim Couch is injured on the play. His elbow is the spot of concern, so we'll keep an eye out for number 2 throughout this game. Could be a huge turning point, not only for this game, but for the Bills' season. They are 9-3. I forgot what the record was.
Corner looks like he's ready for the return.
Oh, so they would be the 1 seed. Yeah, Kansas City would be the 2 seed.
For the fair catch.
That's a good job of getting downfield by the cover team.
But not only could that AFC West matchup be for the division lead, it could be for the 1 seed in the AFC.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 17.
See what the Jets have here on 1st and 10 for their 2nd drive.
Throwing. He finds his man.
Ooh, they're going to get a face mask. 5-yard penalty here is going to give them an extra 5.
The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes the defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down. This time he got caught pulling him down by the mask.
First and 10. Ball on their own 32. Pressure coming. Gets the pass.
Warner throws and finds a receiver to the right side. Running back in the flat, nice catch. He's going to set up
And that's what makes him so
short
effective.
down and distance.
Never seems to make a bad throw. Just about every pass is right on the money. If you ask me, he might be
2nd
one
down
of the most
and
accurate
2.
passers in the league right now.
Drops back. With the throw.
Throws over the middle, finds a receiver, and that'll convert for a 1st down. 3 consecutive completions for Kurt Warner.
First downs if
I
this
see
success
40 and a
continues.
fullback, and I think
They're gonna be picking up
Mike
some
Allstott.
points.
Is that who that is?
Gets the toss to the left.
Pitch to the left side. Blown up nicely by the Bills, but couldn't get the tackle in the backfield. Finds a little bit of yardage. Gain of 2, but could have been a much worse play.
2nd and 8. Ball at midfield.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 50-yard line.
He'll go right up the gut, and he will find enough for the first down. Really nice rush there by Rhodes, who's averaging 12 yards a
He
carry.
did a nice job avoiding the first wave of defenders, then converting for the first down.
That'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. That is pretty wild.
Start the second quarter. Sixth play of this drive. Closing in, gets the pass off at the 30. Again and again, it's another first down.
Good start for the Jets here to the third quarter. Already up to 88 yards as opposed to the Jets or the Bills 22.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
On the 22-yard line.
Pass play here on first down. Under pressure, guns it left side. Clearly they were on the same page on that play.
These days, offenses rely on a short, quick pass, and the receiver gaining lots of yards after the catch.
Second and 2. Ball on the 14-yard line. Rhodes, the lone back, number 89. Moves in motion. Dropping back. Pressure. Goes over the
Warner looks, fires over the middle, finds a receiver, and he's going to be stopped short of the goal line. I thought that was maybe going to be a touchdown, but knee hit before the ball broke the plane. First and goal.
He's really in some kind of rhythm out there.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 1-yard line.
Take him out. Lose it.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. Tosses it out to
Pitch
the
left side, nobody there, but it's a clipping penalty. Bring it all back. It's a 15-yard clipping penalty. Oh, no.
They're moving in the wrong
The
direction.
Jets get 6 points taken off the board and give the Bills an opportunity to hold it to another field goal attempt. Wow. There was nobody there. Why are you even remotely thinking about clipping?
Drops back. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off.
Warner throws, and they'll get most, if not all, of those yards back.
The quarterback lofted the ball up and let the receiver
So
make
second
the
down and goal
corrections
from the
to get
2.
under
It's
it and
most
make
of.
the catch.
Nice throw by
Second
Warner.
down, goal to go. Ball on the 2-yard line.
Give it all you got.
Rhodes. Great play in the backfield.
Nice job by the Bills defense to shoot through the gap,
Log
log it up, and it'll
And the
be
key to
third
stopping
down
that
and
kind
goal.
of run is exactly that. Whoever fires off the line faster and gets better leverage is going to win those battles at the line.
Rhodes in the backfield.
Third down and goal from the 4. They clog it up. Nicely tackled in the backfield. And the penalty does a world of hurt, as instead of a 6 or a 7-0 lead, extra point included there. It is a field goal try. So a 15-yard, 4-point swing in favor of the Buffalo Bills. Elam's already missed 1 today.
So this will be a 23-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. The field goal attempt is good.
Kick is good. So 1 for 2 on the day for Elam. And Buffalo will get the ball back with question mark at quarterback.
Elam is back and ready to put this one in the air.
Number 80, back to return.
It's on its way.
Kick is away.
From
About the 10-yard line, he'll get up to the 20 and knocked down by the time he gets to the 25-yard line. 6 first downs for the Jets as opposed to the Bills' 1. Looks like Tim Couch is actually just going to be back in this game anyway. Nothing serious on the elbow, so that is good news for the Bills.
Throwing. And he hits his target.
Throws left side.
Good call to throw it in his direction, John.
Yeah, he's got some of the best hands in the league. He'll catch just about anything he can get to. I think he's most effective when they really need to catch. Third down, things like that. That's when he really shines out there.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 37. New York looking for the pass as they line up with 7 defensive backs.
That is a Madden pass deflection if I have ever seen one. O'Neal got up and docked it away, but it was an interesting play there on the defensive side. A lot of times when you play some of these older Maddens and NCAA football games, it feels like the defense has eyes in the back of their head. And that is one of those plays that felt like it. 2nd down and 10 following the incompletion.
Drops back.
Couch looks clean, pocket through as he got hit. Finds a receiver, and they're going to give him a 15-yard face mask penalty against the Jets. So a nice play gets a big reward in the form of a penalty.
With his helmet on sideways
1st and
like
10
that,
Bills.
He thought his whole head had just been readjusted on his neck.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Get at him. Ain't got nothing.
Going to the left. Gain of a couple on that carry.
Couple of yards there for Williams.
2 minutes left. It's 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Drop back. Drop.
2nd and 9. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Under pressure.
2nd and 9 at the 2-minute warning. A float pass out to Williams. A nice run after the catch, and that is a 1st and 10. Didn't think he was going to get that many yards because typically when it's that much of a float and he's still flat against the line of scrimmage, parallel, as it were, those are typically where things get a little weird and wild. And Tim Couch is injured again. He injured his elbow on a previous drive, and that time he's injured in the chest.
1st down, and we'll try to make this red zone visit a successful one.
1st and 10. Ball on the 16-yard line.
So we'll see who's in at quarterback, and we'll see if this New York Jets defense just kind of goes for it.
Dropping back. Pressure. Throws it.
And that's kind of more what you're looking for when those passes are just so floaty.
I think that was the case.
Incomplete or not a lot of room to run after the catch. I mean, that was exactly what they wanted. That probably was a touchdown in all likelihood.
Before you can think about what you're going to do with it once you get it. Here's where the defense needs to make a big play. Maybe they bring some heat with a blitz, or they change up the cover.
2nd down and 10.
That way they can force the offense into making a mistake and keep it from getting any
Rosen
points before
finds
the
a
half.
receiver in the end zone, but he dropped it. Oh my gosh, a drop.
He runs excellent routes.
First
and
throw
usually
was a
finds ways
little
to get
high.
open
You can
in the
understand why
secondary.
Williams
This
wasn't
time he
maybe
was
able to
open,
make
the
that
quarterback
grab.
found him with a pass.
That was right on the
He
money.
just couldn't get it under control
That's
for
a
the
touchdown.
3rd and long. Let's see what play they choose to keep this drive going. Using motion. Pressure coming. Throwing.
Almost intercepted, and that would have been a monster interception. I don't think there was a lot of people in his way. He did have to jump. He would have had to land and reset his
And
footing.
they'll send the kicker out to try to pick up
But that's
3
how big
points
that
as the
injury
half
is, and it's
is
Carson
close to the
Palmer.
end.
Interestingly enough, the backup. Yeah, I saw number 3. I thought maybe Joey Harrington, but I think he might be on another team. The kick is up. The kick is good. Alindo Mare comes through and knocks this game up at 3. So a couple of 4-point swings we've seen here A 4-point injury that honestly should have ended in a touchdown regardless. And then the clipping penalty, which ended up forcing New York to settle for 3. Maybe some uninspired play calling.
Here's the kickoff tip.
After that pass play.
They'll return this one.
Either way, 3-3 with 1 minute and 27 seconds to go. It'll be returned from the goal line up to the 10. He'll get met right at the 20-yard line.
After their last drive ended with 3 points. It's 1st and 10. Olstad moves in motion.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Closing in. Drill. It's batted away.
Trying to find a receiver there. I think they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
This defense really likes
Interesting call there. A good decision by Warner to not get the penalty, but also throw an incomplete pass that stops the clock. You don't lose those
in the
yards.
secondary. The offensive line needs to do a better job of holding on their block, giving a little extra time in the pocket that the quarterback
A
needs.
throw sidearm wing across his body across the field for a gain of 5.
So he knew that he had to get it out of there pretty
3rd down and 5 to go.
With his man for a pretty good pickup.
Warner with a man in motion. With the pass. Thrown behind.
There's a nice throw to the outside.
New York
Tries to turn the corner, but can't. Still picks up a very nice gain.
There's still some time left.
And
so
1st
if the
and 10.
quarterback can make some good decisions.
That 1 minute
and
mark
manage
in the
clock,
half or
they
4th
might
quarter
end up going into the
that
half
burned
with a lead.
Seattle last week. Timeout taken by the Jets. Offset I formation. Warner over the middle. Throws to a receiver, finds him with a nice catch. Tried for the spin move, but kind of that tackle animation
by the quarterback, knowing where to go with the football
took
against
over
the blitz
instead of the
and
spin
knowing how to get it
animation.
there.
Going to the air on 1st down. Pressure with the throw.
Throws
This one
and
falls
missed his
incomplete.
intended
An incomplete
target.
pass brings
Maybe a little
up
air
2nd
under
down.
that one. Try to get him to
Defense
run
needs
under
to
it.
force them to throw underneath.
So probably a
Using
better
different
throw
coverages
than
so they can't get big chunks
that
of
was.
yardage in 1 or 2 plays.
With the pass.
drops and throws. Finds a receiver right around the 30-yard line.
This offense
1st
is
and 10
clicking.
for the Jets, and
They're
we're
making
looking
the
good
right
in this
calls
2-minute
at the right
offense.
time.
The coach is having them hurry it up. To the air on 1st down.
Warner drops
Pressure
back,
coming.
throws to his left, finds a receiver, and he's going to be tackled again short of the line or the goal line that time.
He caught that
1st
and he
down
made it
and
look
goal.
very
Clock is
easy.
ticking.
Here's a no huddle. It's a good way to keep the defense off balance.
20 seconds to go. Warner drops, fires. Will float pass over the hands of over everybody. 2nd down and goal.
The defense needs to be aware that since the other team can stop the clock with a timeout, a run is just as likely as a pass. So they need to be ready for anything.
Rowe setting up play action with the pass.
Oh, he's out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone.
If you get the
Looked like
ball
it
to the
wasn't a very
receiver,
good
he's
play
usually gonna
action
make the
pass
catch.
anyway.
Not much he can do
I
if
think
he has
both
to catch the
receivers
ball
had run
bounds.
out, like into routes by the time he
They'll go
even
from
got
the I
back to
formation.
fake the handoff.
Give it all you got.
Warner sets up. Man in motion. Under pressure.
Warner throws into a herd of Bills, and there was no jet in the area. Instead, the Buffalo Bills hold a goal line stand a second time. And that'll bring out Jason Elam, who's 1 for 2 today, long of 23. Looking for the lead with 12 seconds to go in half number 1.
And it's up. And the kicker got all of that one. That
Kick
kick
is
goes
good.
right through the
18-yard
uprights
field
as
goal
he
is
adds
good
another
by
3 to the
Jason
score.
Elam. And it is a 6-3 Buffalo lead.
Elam in to kick this one off.
Lined up for the kickoff. Number 87. Back deep to return.
He got all of that one. From the 1-yard line.
Tackle around the 20-yard line.
Drive from 21.
This guy might have a strong arm, but I don't think we'll be seeing any type of Hail Mary. A simple run should get us to halftime.
So they have 1st and 10 here. They'll go from the I formation.
They will go with a run left side. They're going to actually find a lot of room. Williams is off and running. And do they get a timeout? They are going to get a timeout. So while maybe he doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, could have at least a shot at a Hail Mary here. Really great run by Williams off the left side.
Drops back. He surveys the field with the pass. Ooh, nearly picked off.
Nearly intercepted on that one, and that is how the first half will come to a close. Jets lead 7-3. Very important game for the New York Jets. I mean, the Bills need to win it as well because it is a very competitive AFC East.
Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 87.
Good kick should be returned.
Kick is away. From the 3-yard line, he'll get up and kind of stutter step and indecisive around the 20, as we typically see them be. And a terrible run back out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo has the ball, 1st down 3 in half number 2.
Davis comes in motion. Tosses it right.
Tries the spin move in the backfield, but nothing really working.
The defense is always very aggressive when defending the run.
The Jets with nearly 200 total yards of offense and only 2 field goals to show for it. The Bills defense so far today has played the most extreme version of bend but don't break defense I have ever seen.
Dropping back, hand it off. 2, maybe 3 yards on the delay.
3-yard gain on the play.
7 yards to go. Ball on their own 28.
Third down and 7 here.
Drops back.
Tim Couch drops back, looks, scans, fires the left side, and they're going to mark him short.
Couldn't get the ball past
He was
the
like
first
right
down
at the line to gain, but just not a whole lot of room to try and get any yak, and that'll be a 4th down.
He'd be able to do more with it after he caught it.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick.
Looks like he got a little underneath that one. It'll be a fair catch. Sensible.
That was a smart thing to do with the coverage team closing in for a big hit.
7-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Give it all you got. Sideline to sideline. Come on, partner.
Pass play here on 1st down. Pressure
Warner
coming.
drops back,
With the throw.
fires right
Comes
side.
up with it. A great
Contested
job to
catch,
stay
and it does look like he came down with it inbounds. And because we know the total yards were 197, and now they're 200, it was a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Catches on the sideline.
Oh, they'll give him 2nd and 6. Now who looks like a fool? A fool, I tell you.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Drops back. Gets the pass off.
Drops and throws deep down the right side, caught inside the 40. That's a nice play by the New York Jets. They're back in Bills territory.
Here come the heat. Get at him, Keith. Let's
Throws the deep back. He'll pass on the first down.
Warner hits the top of his drop. A nice rainbow throw over to the right side, but better defense on the back end by
He has to do a
Buffalo,
better
and that
job
is
of looking
batted
off the
away.
coverage before he
2nd and
makes a
10.
throw like that.
Second and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Hit him low. The out now. Set.
Warner with a man in motion. Tosses it out to the
Pitch
left.
to the left side. Has a little bit of a gap. Picks up
Toss
a
goes for
couple.
about 5.
Should set up 3rd down and manageable.
On the play.
You got him. Stay up.
5th play of this drive.
Get in there.
Dropping back. Steps up.
Warner with a short drop and a terrific defensive play there. Nice bat down. Couldn't get to the quarterback because it was such a short drop. Just made sure to get his hands in the throwing lane and knock it away. And again, the Jets have some nice plays offensively, but can't come away with a touchdown. Instead, it's going to be another field goal attempt. 4th attempt of the day for Elam. Missed the first, made the last two. Both of those very short. This kick is up, and this kick is good from 50.
He's rewarding his coach for the confidence as he picks up his 3rd field goal of the game.
So it'll be a 9-3 game now, halfway through quarter number 3. That was the Jets' first drive. Coming away with a field goal again.
The kickoff team lines
Is
up.
lined up for the kickoff. Number 80, back to return.
Booming kick downfield. From the 3-yard line.
Tackled at the 20-yard line, and that'll be where Buffalo starts this drive.
Try to move the ball more effectively. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 21. They give it to the halfback.
Nice stop on Williams there, went right up the gut. Nothing to do, or nowhere to go.
The quarterback is back in the shotgun.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
They got nothing.
Drops back. Throw it.
Steps back and throws, and that one's almost
Incomplete
intercepted
pass.
again.
Was
We've
in
seen a couple of
perfect
pretty bad
position
throws
and
from
not
these
get past
Buffalo
the
Bills
That's just
quarterbacks.
great positioning by the defender.
Right to the
He has
defenders,
his
but they
eyes
just
in the
can't come up
backfield
with
the
it.
whole time, and he was right there to break the play up.
Ain't nothing. 90
With the throw.
Oh, that is
Intercepted.
not a good throw at all by Tim Couch.
Yeah, he started
Had a clean
thinking about
pocket.
how he was going to take it back
looks
the
like he
other
kinda
way and
just-
make a big play for the defense. He just forgot to bring the ball with him.
I don't know. Like, somehow, even with a pretty clean pocket, he still looked like he rushed the throw. That's an incomplete pass off the hands of the defender again.
Here's the punt.
And that's a nice catch. He's going to run it up into Bills territory. They can't get the first tackle, and he'll be deep in Buffalo territory. I thought we would see a fair catch there, but
can do a lot for your team.
nothing doing.
most important
Deep into
thing
Buffalo Bills
is to get
territory.
your
Might have
team
been a
closer
little
to
bit of an
scoring.
overstatement, I
Jets
understand.
line up with 2 backs
1st and
behind
10
the
from the
quarterback.
33-yard line. And a terrific opportunity for New York to push this lead
Drops back.
out a little bit further. There's a throw deep down the left side.
5.
They went for the interception, and they missed. It's a touchdown to
He threw
Burleson.
that where only the receiver could get it.
See him go for the deflection there and miss. Touchdown. That's what the Jets have been looking for all day long, and they just have not been able to get it there. Can make this a 16-3 game. It'd be a 17-3 game if they win for
Elam
the
comes in for the
for the
extra
2-point
point.
conversion. There's some validity in that,
And it's
but
up. And
just take the automatic one, I guess.
that last drive,
I think actually that would have been a good spot to go for
Hey, these
the
guys
2-point
deserve to feel
conversion.
good
Make it a
about
14-point
Now it's the
game.
defense's turn to come out and do its job.
Worst case scenario, you're up 12. Best case scenario, you're up 14. You're right in this kind of no man's land scenario.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 80, back deep to return.
And he got all of that on a great kick. From the 1-yard line. Buffalo has to get to work quickly, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Dropping back. Under pressure.
Couch drops back, steps up, throws left side, finds Keyshawn Johnson for a solid game. Got hit immediately, but
somebody's going to be
just a
there
positive play. Keyshawn Johnson doing a good job holding on to that ball while he was about to get blown up.
And still making the catch.
Second and 4. Ball on their own 30. The Bills line up in the shotgun.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Second down and 4, going with a handoff, looking left side. Williams is going to barrel his way through a bunch of men to pick up the first down.
And here's the thing. Running draw plays softens up the defense and slows down the pass rush. When you can run the draw for good yardage, you really open things up for the passing game.
Only one man back.
First and 10.
Couch hands off, finds Williams again. Williams
Takes that one.
getting better as this game goes along. They're finding some holes, some creases. That's a nice run to set up another first and 10 for the Buffalo Bills.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Throwing on first down. Gets the call. Runs him over.
Tries to go left side, but
About 2 on
the
draw.
Jets do a better job of stopping it that time. Second down.
Second and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Second and 7 following the
York
gain
comes
of
out in
3.
their nickel package.
Under 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. That is a really nice pass. That was, I think, similar to the play we saw earlier where Warren Sapp was able to get through the offensive line in what felt like an instant and get the sack. It seemed like that was what they were going for. Just a quick 1-2-3, top of the drop. Hit it and find your receiver. Kind of just hope and pray that there's not a defender in the way.
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Couch throws over the middle and finds nobody.
That pass was
Third
clearly
down?
overthrown.
No, it should be second down. Second down, sorry.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 with 7 seconds to go.
Williams fakes the handoff.
Goes with the handoff. Ooh, really well played defensively there by the New York Jets.
Soft
They
hands are something
a
very
lot of the
special
teams
to
have
find
liked
in a
that play
receiver.
throughout the season. We've seen it very consistently. A quarterback throwing to a running back in the flat. Great read by the Jets defense. Gets a big loss. 16-3 as we switch into the fourth quarter.
The Bills line up in a 5-receiver set this
Third
time.
down and 15 following the loss.
Dropping back. Pressure
Couch
with the
gets a
throw.
little bit of pressure in his face. The Jets give up a lot of yards, but they don't give up all of them. Fourth and short. We're in quarter number 4. We'll see if they want to go for it. 16-6 doesn't really do you a whole lot of good.
Gives the ball off.
Going to go with a handoff. Just kidding. Play action pass. It's going to be a
Incomplete.
incomplete
So
pass.
turn it over on
Wow.
downs.
Yeah, but
Looked
now
like
you
he
almost
had it
have
in
to
his
try for
hands,
it.
but he
When you
got
talk
hit,
about
and that
fourth
knocked the
down
ball loose.
situations, this is what
First
you're
and
talking
10
about.
Jets following
Of
the
course, now
turnover
they
of
give the ball
downs or
back,
on downs.
And you talk about failed fourth down conversions.
I think it's the right call there.
They'll
You
go
got to
for
cut
the
this down to a
I-formation.
one-score game. I think kicking a field goal doesn't do you a whole lot of good. If you get into position again, you can kick another field goal, but you're making yourself score 3 times, where you probably need to try and just make yourself score twice.
Good play in the backfield. Brown came up and shut down the run.
Yeah, they tried to get around the end. He came up from his
Maybe just get the defense to get a little bit of a roll, play the field position game. Try to break something big. Johnson has looked good
Ball
today.
on their own 24.
That's all you. Set.
Warner with a man in motion.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Toss play to the right.
There's a toss play to the right side. Tackled at the 20.
By Morgan. Loss of around 2.
Not a whole lot of room to go there, or to work with there, and the Bills did a good job in the backfield.
This one is handed off.
I think I'm going to hand off to Allstott.
At the 23.
I think they're just trying to keep the clock moving at this point, which I'm okay with. I think it's actually a good strategy. It'd be a better strategy if they were running the clock all the way down before to 2 or 1 seconds before snapping it.
The clock moving.
But I don't think there's a problem with milking it.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. Here's
How
the
much
catch.
time did they waste on those last 3 plays?
This could be a good
Return.
return.
Nice seam there. Tackled in Jets territory near the 45-yard line.
Hey, he showed some good vision there. You have to see the entire field in an instant and just take off towards the open field. Got him a nice return for their team.
Lead the left. Bring the pain.
Williams lines up behind his fullback in the odds. To the air on first down. Pressure coming.
Couch throws and it's going to be picked off. Oh, the Bills had a good shot. Their defense did a really good job, and their punt returner did an even better job to set them up with fantastic field position, and instead the quarterback rewards them with, that's right, an interception
It's now
at
first down.
midfield. It'll be the Jets with the 1st and 10, 3.5 to go. 16-3 lead.
They give it to the halfback. Not much there.
We've seen the Bills struggle down the stretch in previous seasons as well.
Second and 8. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Set.
2nd and 8.
Sideline to sideline.
Now it looks like they're going to work it all the way down to 2 or 1 seconds. Good for them.
Rowe.
Going to go with a handoff right side.
Gain of 2.
Looked like he tackled him a little bit high. Kind of surprised not to see a face mask, even if it's just an incidental one, because that typically looks like the animation that draws the flag.
3rd and 7 coming up here. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Give it all you got. Set. Come on,
Hand it off.
Tries to find some room left side, but not a whole lot doing there. Jets can now run it down to the 2-minute warning. I feel like they didn't take nearly as much time that time, or on that play. There's no reason this should be snapped before the 2-minute warning.
Series, they'll have to punt it away here. And we've
And
reached
that's
the 2-minute
exactly
mark.
what they'll do. 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills still down by 13.
Here's the punt.
Going for that coffin corner kick, and it might be a real good one. I didn't see the touchback. Wow, that is one of the best punts we've ever seen. This is what NFL Fever dreams of doing every night when he goes to bed. Coffin corners, or just reasonable punts that actually make sense within the context of the game, not just hitting everything to be a touchback. 1st and 10 from the 2, 98 yards for this Bills offense to work, and they're going to throw it to Williams out of the backfield. He's going to get up to maybe the 10-yard
And the
line.
receiver was able to create some
And
yardage
that will
after he
be
made the reception.
2nd and 1. They're going to give him the 11. And they'll move into a hurry-up
Here
offense.
comes the blitz.
Couch
Gets the
drops,
pass
throws,
off.
finds
That was a
Keyshawn
great
Johnson
catch
along the sideline.
by the receiver.
That's something that takes excellent
And they're going to
body control
review
and
this
years of
catch. Don't
practice
know
to perfect.
what it was.
When you can make sideline
What'd they
catches
call
like
it?
that, a receiver is even more valuable because nearly every pass is a possible completion.
It appeared he did a great job of keeping his balance along the sidelines.
Yeah, and the only question is, did he step out? That's what I think they're looking for in the booth.
That's an incomplete pass. Did they call that a completed pass?
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is overturned.
Ruling on the field is overturned.
It was unclear initially why they called for a review,
So
but now
they
we
qualified that as a
understand the reason.
completed
You have to
pass.
give it to these officials. Their job's not easy. Sometimes they make mistakes, and most of the times they're right.
Let's go. Ball. Set.
Using motion.
Cowboy. Hop on right. Come on, partner. Drop back.
Third down and 1. Couch from the shotgun. Throws right side. Finds a wide open receiver. Makes a man miss, and he's on. He's gone. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Bills. Whoa. It's getting interesting with 88 seconds to go. Beautiful route. Nice move inside. Bad dive by the defender there. And then it was receiver versus linebacker. Receiver all the way, baby.
They'll line up for the extra point. And it's on its way. And he kicks on.
Kick is up, and kick is good. 89-yard pass. Caps off a 97-yard drive. That was the best case scenario for the New York Jets. They had a beautiful coffin corner kick, and then that happened. They're going onside kick here.
Not enough time to try to get the
Which
ball back,
honestly, I don't agree with.
Is the call. The onside kick is off. New York has it.
New York gets the recovery. Didn't even go the 10 yards, so it could have been illegal touching.
This one is just
If, God
about in
forbid,
the
somehow
book.
the Jets touched it and then the Bills touched it, then
It's
I
first
think
and
they
10.
would have been okay.
Ball on the
What I don't
40-yard
love
line.
about this call is you're kind of giving them a free 3 here, which means they're going to push it, or could push it to a 19-10 lead. Kick it deep. Play the field position game. I know you got kind of bit by it, but
Gain of about 5.
you're going to burn all these timeouts anyway. Why not try to get better field position to make a run at it? Of course, they did just have an 89-yard touchdown pass, so who cares? Who knows, you know?
Bring that pain, baby.
Handoff to Allstott, makes the first man miss, but gets tackled by the second. Good play calling here by the Jets. Just keep it on the ground.
About 4 to go. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Going with a handoff up the middle. Well done by Buffalo. Should be another timeout right there, and they are going to get the ball back with about. Oh, they're not going to call a timeout.
Come through here.
If they call a timeout at 1 minute, I'm going to be livid. Livid, I tell
Jason
you.
Elam will really need to hit this one. It'll be a 50-yard attempt.
They are just going to let it ride here. Are they out of timeouts?
The kick is up.
Kick is up. Is it long enough?
And he connects
It's
on
good.
his 4th field goal of the game.
2 50-yard field goals by Elam help push the lead out to 9 for the New York Jets with 41 seconds to go.
The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 87, back deep to return.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance.
Kick is away. And from the
7-yard
5-yard line, he's going to take a run at it up to the 20. Stutter steps and gets tackled at the 22. This one should be a Jets victory with a 9-point lead and 38 seconds to go.
Do the same thing and move the ball through the air against this defense. They'll pass on every play from here on out.
When you're down by more than one score and there's less than a minute left, that's all you can really do.
Passing on first down. Gets rid of it, and he hits his target.
Finds a nice completion over to the right side. First and 10. Clock is still moving. They have one timeout. I don't know why they haven't taken it. They wasted so much time, and they're going to clock it. They should have had the ball back with closer to about a minute and 5 seconds or so. Instead, they got it back super late, and they're still not using that timeout. Now, here's the interesting thing. Do they just get into field goal range? Do you try to kick it? Trust your kicker to maybe hit a 50-yarder, something like that, like we've seen Elam do twice?
That's their last one.
Here come the heat. Lose it. Set.
Throwing on first down. Under pressure.
Couch gets hit and it's fumbled. Wow, that is a rare call. Usually it's an incomplete pass or the passer gets taken down to the ground for a sack, but that time it is a fumble. They're going to clock the ball down. 3 seconds to go. Here's third down now in 16.
Pretty much over. Let's see if they try a Hail Mary here. 3rd and long.
Hit him low. Press is good.
Couch drops back, throws over the middle, finds a whole lot of nobody, and that will do it for this one. 19-10, your final. The Jets improved to 8-5. The Bills dropped to 9-4. Very competitive AFC East as we move through the back part of this season. And that'll do it. Pretty good one to start the day off. Next up, we're going for a lead for the AFC South. Texans taking on the Jaguars. I know we've seen a lot of Texans lately. I understand that. That's how it works here in the back part of the season with playoff stuff and teams jostling for position, but a lot up for grabs today. More than I realized when I started this week. All right. Let's go here. Actually, let's do this. If I mute that and then redo it, does that help? No. Let's do the risk of kind of breaking everything. Hold on. Bring it back. We're bringing it back. It looked like it got a little wonky. Okay. Okay, that looks better. Okay. We're going to Jacksonville to watch the Texans take on the Jaguars. This would be such a huge thing to add into the new Madden, which is weird because it was already in the old Madden.
Alltel Stadium, ready to rock here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Why? Why is this not in the new stuff where you can just watch other games? Who is it hurting?
Thanks for joining us today as the Texans square off against the Jaguars. Welcome to the game. EA is proud to bring you continuing coverage of the NFL. I'm Al Michaels with John Madden.
Every time we see this team play, this guy's making a tackle in the backfield.
It's hurting more people that you can't do it or can't play as other teams.
That out, and they can't be ignored up front. and try and put a couple bodies on him every
So
time
a couple
they
of 6-6
can to keep
teams
him
here.
from
If we see another kind
disrupting
of red
every play.
versus green matchup, it should be our
See a lot
Christmas
of action to
special.
help give his offense a more balanced
Winner
attack.
controls
The only
the
way they're gonna be successful
AFC
against
South.
that defense
Loser
is keep them honest with a running game.
is
It's
going to
definitely
need some
to be a
help
game
to
of
get back
X's
into
and
the
O's,
playoffs.
who
And
has
like
the better
I
game
showed at the beginning of
Look at him down there.
the
Now, this is a
episode,
team that
it is a
comes ready to
crowded
play.
AFC
Heck, I even
with
think I
teams
see
that
a
are going to be
coach jumping up
eliminated
and
that
down a little
have
bit.
better records than these
Let's see how
Jaguars
it
or
plays out
Texans.
today as we get set for the kickoff.
Indianapolis 5-7. They're still alive. Maybe kind of grossly, I guess.
Here's the kickoff
Team
team.
will be kicking off to start the game.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. From the 9. Let's see if they can turn this first drive into points.
Okay.
The Texans will be without one of their receivers for this game. Still in the early stages of recovery from that big hit he took. His severe concussion will keep him off the field for a long time.
You go with a long handoff. Seems like it took a long time for him to get that ball out of the hand. Just running back there forever in the backfield. Like, running back, you got to come towards me. Pretty okay start, though, for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who look at a 2nd and inches.
Drops back. Goes over the middle. It's his
Finds a
receiver
receiver in a crowd of Texan defenders.
And it's a
That
good
is a
thing he
nice
caught it.
catch.
You
I like
don't
that
wanna
play
drop
call
those
on 2nd
passes
and
in
inches.
your
You have a
first
lot
down.
that you can do there. You can take a little bit of a shot, incomplete pass, and you just go right back to
So
right
they
back
have
to the
first
running
and
game.
10 here.
First and 10. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Looking
Ramsey
for
in a
receiver
real
with
weird.
the pass.
What in the world was that
Able to stick to
animation?
that completion.
Somehow was able to get out of the pressure and find his receiver down the field,
Pitch and catch.
and then warp down there to help him up, and then warp back into the huddle. I almost said warp
Only
back
one
into
man
the
in
lobby.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
These Jacksonville Jaguars looking good to start here.
Hand it off to the back. Pickup of about 8. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 20-yard line.
2nd down and 2.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Pressure with the
It's the
throw.
top of his drop.
This
Finds
pass
a
is
nice
incomplete. No completion there.
Those short
Thought that was
passes
gonna be
are
a
supposed to
completion.
make for easy
I
completion.
thought that was such
He
a
just
good
dropped
play.
it.
Ramsey dropped back, hit the top of his drop, knew exactly where he wanted to go with the ball, and the receiver just couldn't follow through with it. My goodness.
Pressure coming.
Ramsey again, nice pass. That one's toward the sideline. They are going to, I believe they're going to call that a completed
This
pass.
offense is clicking.
With the
They're
angle of the
making the right
hands, it
calls
looks a
at the
little
right time.
weird. They're at like a 45-degree angle, where it should probably be a little more over the head or like flat out.
Slings it out.
So a throw over to the left side. We'll find Green there in the out of the
That's just how
backfield,
they
I should
teach
say.
them to do it. Read the play, find the weakness, and then go after it.
Second down and 5.
Drops back.
Ramsey is gonna not able to avoid the sack or the pressure on that one. Gets taken down, and it'll be second down and long. Both guys going right here.
That's
That's where that man fell on his behind, right there.
Go with it.
They'll be faced with a long 3rd down play here. Ball on the 16-yard line. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throwing. Incomplete pass. That good pass rush forces the erratic pass.
Yeah, he had to get rid of
Looked
the
like he
ball
wasn't
in a
able to
hurry.
get quite as much on that throw as he wanted, as he Took a little bit of a shot trying to get rid of it. Diving effort by the receiver. Comes up a little empty, or not a little, but comes up a little short and empty. 4th and 11 is the result of that play. Kick is up, kick is good, and Jacksonville uses a 2.5-minute, 60-yard drive to take a 3-0 lead over Houston. Tom Brady and the Houston Texans, we've seen them a couple of times recently here. We know that they play a very stout bend but don't break defense. Their offense has been inconsistent at times for what we have seen, so we'll see what they can do today. And we'll get a look at them right after this kickoff.
Good kick, should be returnable. From the 10-yard line. He lost it.
A real nice run until he coughed up the ball. I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully there wasn't too much drinking noise. I usually mute my microphone when I take a drink, but I did not that time. I apologize.
So it's first
Well, that's
and 10.
terrible. Terrible news for Houston. It was a pretty solid run back, and then a fumble that's going to give Jacksonville the ball back with an opportunity to add to this lead. Nice job breaking a tackle in the backfield and almost broke a second tackle up the field a little bit. Positive gain for the Jaguars.
2nd and 8. Ball on the 26-yard line.
Going to go with an offset I formation.
Washington moves in motion.
Motion from the right side to the left side. Get set.
Going to the right.
And you're going to go with a pitch to the right. It's a little too cute for me. I kind of like the idea.
Effort to get in there and make that play and force them into a big loss like that.
The quarterback is back in the shotgun.
3rd down and 11.
Stepping up with the pass.
Ramsey throws over the middle. Nice throw, or at least a nice adjustment there on the catch. Picks up some of the yards, but not enough. And this Texans defense does another good job. Hold them to a field goal. Reed, 78.3% field goal kicker. 29 for 37 in his career. Kick is up. Kick looked like it was maybe going to be a little bit low, but enough air under it. A 4-play, 6-yard drive. Takes 1 minute and 8 seconds and gives the Jaguars a 6-0 lead. Still have not seen Tom Brady in this Houston Texans offense.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field. Good distance.
Kicks the ball away, and it will be returned from inside the 10-yard line up to the 20. Holds on to it that time. You can see the kind of the double hands as he got spun around there. Just past the 20 at the 21.
Yeah, he's a real coach's player. Always watching film, getting the feel for the other team, seeing what they like to do. It's great to see him put it all together on Sunday.
They'll take over at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10.
Offset I formation. We're going to go with a run play off the left side. Absolute beefcake in the backfield. My goodness, breaking through tackles.
In that situation, he did a nice job avoiding the first wave of defenders.
And it is interesting to see Tom Brady in such a run-heavy offense. We know him as like a Mysterio quarterback maestro. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Maestro of an offense, but seems like Houston, and granted this is, Madden 2004, he's not the highest rated quarterback in the game, or even his personal highest rating.
Still able to hold on to it for a heck of a play.
But it just is interesting to not just go like, okay, Tom Brady, just pick apart this defense. Go ahead.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Man in motion. pressure coming. With the throw.
Brady
They're
drops
lucky
and
that one
almost
wasn't
throws an
picked off.
interception
the
there.
defender was in a perfect position.
Not a
to
good
come up with
throw
big
by
play.
Brady at
He just
all
left his
in that
hands over on the
situation.
sideline.
Second and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Oh, is it raining outside? Sure is. What in the heck? The weather's been so weird around here lately.
Hand it off to
You
the
got a
back.
handoff. Another one of those just feels like the
Carries it
quarterback
for
has
6
the ball
yards on
out
that play.
for such a long time, running back to the running back.
3rd and a deuce. Ball on the 47-yard line.
3rd down and 2. Hopefully the people who were working with the electrical stuff got done before the rain hit.
Closing in.
A garbage truck backed up into an electrical pole,
Defense loves to
knocked
bring
out
extra
power
rushers
to
from all over trying
one
to
of the
create pressure.
a large
Obviously,
part of the
they'll have to
town
make some
that I live
adjustments to
near.
their protection scheme
We
to prevent
obviously have
plays
power
like
because I'm
that.
recording this or whatever, but it looked like they were. I don't know. I don't know anything about electricity.
The teams have
Don't
switched
touch it.
sides, and we'll start the second quarter.
Anyway, it looked like that they were like making good progress with it because it looked like they had brought in like the new pole and they were kind of. It was at like a 45-degree angle.
Leckler is looking for a good punt here.
And that was probably 3 hours ago or so.
Here's the
So
punt.
hopefully they were able to get
And he
that done.
signals for the fair catch.
Is that going to be down at the 5-yard line? Is that an incredible punt that I talked over? It is an incredible punt that I talked over. That looked like, you know what? Tell you what. Let's actually, we're going to instant replay. That's right, a punt. It's a really nice kick here. Everybody running down. We want to look at this ball as we're going to hide this. Okay, never mind. It was still a nice punt. It just wasn't as close to the goal line as I
Only
thought.
one man in the backfield.
Woo! There goes the rain. My goodness.
Ramsey gets set.
And it's been sunny and clear here all day. Ramsey throwing deep down the left sideline, finds a receiver in one-on-one coverage.
That's the type of thing that can happen.
And
when
they
you get
win
this
that
kind of
battle.
ball. He's going to move the ball.
That is
He's gonna
a
move
big
it with
gain
speed.
on 1st and 10. Let's see kind of what the quarterback was looking at. 22, not in a great position. Turned back to look at the ball, and I think that gave a really good opportunity to the receiver to make a clean catch.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
When maybe the defender should be kind of trying to read the eyes of the receiver.
Ramsey sets up. Green.
There's a nice run off the left side. I don't know if he's going to get the first down, but he's close.
That's just good running.
Solid
They sent a
gain
couple
on
of blitzes
first
in
down.
to try and stop him in the backfield, but he just broke free and got past the sticks for a first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
The Jaguars using motion. Gets the call.
Hands the ball off. They're going to go right side this time, and he's going to pick up another 10-plus yards.
If the defense
1st and
keeps
10 to
giving
1st
up
and
runs
10 to
like
1st
that
and
for first
10.
downs, they'll have to make some
Jacksonville looking
adjustments to slow
really
this
good
guy down.
here. But this Texans defense has done such a good job not breaking and giving up the touchdown. It's hard to bet against them. And this is after, like, the second time that we've seen a really solid drive after, like, a magnificent punt. That's a bad play right there. Ramsey had the receiver he was looking
I
for,
just
but
don't know
just
how you lose focus in a
couldn't come
football
down with
game.
catch there.
2nd and 10. Cross play to the right.
Pitch to the right
Now,
side.
here it is.
Tackled
Shows a
behind the
lot
line of
determination
scrimmage.
in getting to the ball
Really
carrier on
whiffed
this
on the
one.
block
Look
the
at how he
receiver
fights off
did.
the blocker. He
That
makes
led,
a heck of a play to bring him down.
Led to a one-on-one situation, and the defender won that one. Nice open
Houston
field tackle.
looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dive.
37-yard line.
3rd down and 12.
With the throw.
Throw to the right side.
Watch it here.
Finds a
This is
receiver
great
just
call
past
on
that
to
first
keep
down
this
marker,
drive
and a
alive.
nice find
We're in
by
a tough spot
Ramsey.
here. This is a heck
Kinda
of a
like
throw and catch to pick up
how
that
he was
first
supposed to
down.
run that route. I thought it was going to be a more, like, when I saw that he was going inside when he caught the ball, and then when he kind of broke outside in the replay, I thought it was going to be more of like a kind of a double move sort of situation, but then it kind of just looked like he went outside, and then the other receiver just kind of bumped him back in to the middle of the field. Weird play, but it worked. First and 10, Jaguars.
First and 10.
To the air on first down. Under pressure, gets the pass
Drops
off.
some
The
fires,
defender was all
hit
over him
as
on
he
that play,
threw,
forcing the incompletion.
and
He's
not
lucky
enough
he was able to
mustard
get rid
on
of
that
it,
one.
but he has
Second
to
and
be
10.
careful. Passes like that can make for some
This is
easy
where this Texans
interceptions.
defense really starts to
It's
shine,
second
is
down and
inside
10 to
these,
go. Ball
probably
on
inside the
23
25-yard line, maybe the 30.
Using motion. Dropping back. Pressure.
Ramsey looks
Throwing.
clean, pocket fires left
It's
side.
complete. That guy did a
And
great
that was,
job
I
bringing
thought the
ball
defender there had a really
Receiver
good
has
shot
it
at
all. He
picking,
can run and catch with the best of them.
not
The
picking it
defense
off,
better
but
make sure
batting
that
the
they
ball
have him
away.
covered.
Or maybe the throw just a little too to the outside of the receiver. I don't know what was going on there. Either way, it's third down and 1.
Pressure
They're going to let
coming.
Ramsey throw it, and he almost
This
threw
pass
a
is
pick.
incomplete. Fourth
Well
down
read
play
by that
coming after
Texans
that drop
defender. It was
pass.
probably
The
much
offense
higher over the
executed the
hands
play
than I
just the way it's
realized.
drawn up. The receiver just
But
couldn't
that
get
is
it under
a dangerous
control.
thing to see when you're throwing a ball like that and just a man going, "I'm free! I'm going to catch this!"
Reed is heading onto the field for this field goal attempt.
I don't know if he would have gotten the touchdown, but it would have been a long run back. The Texans defense holds yet again, and a 2.5-minute, 77-yard drive is capped with a 32-yard field goal. 9-0 Jacksonville with little over 2.5 to go in quarter number 2.
The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 80, back deep to return.
And it's a short kickoff
Kick is away.
from the 14.
Pick it up to the 30 and
they're
tackled
about ready
right
to get
at
this
that
drive started
30-yard
after
line.
The last series ended with a punt.
7 first downs for the Jaguars, only 2 for the Houston Texans.
So they have first and 10 here.
Jacksonville got the ball first, so this is a really good opportunity for Houston to try and double dip. Even if it's a couple of field goals,
Throws it.
I think that's still
40. They convert
Still
for the
valuable.
First down on that throw.
What a throw. He put everything
nice
he
throw,
had
good
into
catch,
that one.
better run after the catch there.
Only one man in the backfield.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Bring that pain, baby. Cowboy.
First and 10 from the 42-yard line. They're going to go with a run play off the right side. I like it. I
Running
like
back
the
picks
play
up
call there.
about 7 yards.
Time is really not a super large concern right now. Give Jacksonville at least something to think about. Hey, we're still willing to run the
2
ball.
minutes left in the quarter.
We're probably not now that it's the 2-minute warning, but we were.
It's second down and 3 to go. Ball on their own 48.
Get in there. Here comes
The Jaguars come out in a nickel package.
Second down and 3, and there's just nowhere for him to go on that one. It wasn't a great run. That defender was pretty well locked up with the offensive lineman.
Uses the
Brady pumps, rolls around, and moving around to the pocket. He's going to get tackled from behind. I'd like to see a timeout here used by Jacksonville. They're not going to do it. 4th and 5 coming up. Houston will punt it away.
Leckler is back to punt.
Good clock management by Houston. And he'll be returned from the 15. Makes a man miss up to the 30. Gets near the 35, and we're going to get a 5-yard Free 5 yards for the Jacksonville Jaguars after the inadvertent
The
face
defender may
mask.
have grabbed that face mask while
We're going to
holding
be in
him
that
down.
really annoying time
defender
window where
almost pulled
the
his
computer
helmet
just
right off.
loves taking timeouts on offense, even though they don't need to.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Ball on
So
their
first
own
and
40.
10 with 1 minute to go. From the 40.
The Texans come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. Pass play here on 1st down. Looking for a receiver. Slings it
Throws
out
left
to
side,
the
finds a
and he's
receiver who
hanging
had
on to
a
that one.
little bit of
Receiver's
room
perfect, so you
to
only
make the
see
catch,
best
but
ones
just
drop a
nothing
few.
doing
But the
there.
key word is
Incomplete
a
pass.
few.
Brings
I
up
don't think
2nd
these
down
guys
and
are
10.
done trying to get closer, so the defense better be ready, or they could be down by even more. I'll tell you, if that happens, I sure wouldn't want to be a player in that locker room at halftime.
With the pass.
Throw deep down left side,
Incomplete.
finds
That
a
looked like a
receiver
catch until
again,
it
it
got
looked
nailed.
like, but
Yeah, so good it knocked
contact
the
jarred the
right
ball
out of his
loose, or
hands.
maybe it wasn't even
3rd
really
and
much of a
long.
completion.
Looking
These
for a
like
great throw
demo
to convert on this one.
cameras,
The
not
Texans
great in
line up
Madden.
the quarter defense.
On the 40-yard line. Give it all you got, Keith. Come on.
But hey, we don't have to look at it from behind the offense.
Closing in.
So that is a positive. Again goes to the left side, and again the contact jars the ball loose.
Boom! They put a big hit on
Really
him,
nice
and he
play
lets it
there.
fall out of his hands.
And this is going to give Houston an opportunity to try and get some points. Tupa coming out for, I believe, his first punt of the game. No stats displayed on screen, so I think that's true.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up the punt. Here's the punt.
The kick is away.
That one slips.
It's going to be touched and fumbled. Its defense is recovering. What in the world happened down there? Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at it. Well, that's right. We're watching replays of punts here. What a bizarre game we have. We'll just get this one away. And we will just kind of hone in here. Oh, he got blocked right into his own guy. Oh, it's off his helmet. Oh no. That looks incredible. I was gonna kind of hit off the back of his helmet. He got blocked into the return man. What are the controls here? There it is. R1 and R2. That's what we are looking for here. Makes contact there, and then the blocker stands up. Oh my goodness. He tries to grab it. Oh, he just punches it in the air. Oh no. He tried to correct his mistake and had a good shot at it. My PS2 controller has Joy-Con drift. And he just punts it, bops it forward. And then another Texas Texan is there. And just right to 91. What? How could 91 have read that? Ah, Madden 2004. Masterpiece of a video game.
So let's pick up the action.
It was way more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. And it's the second special teams error by Houston today.
Only one man in the backfield.
A couple of fumbles have given Jacksonville basically 6 free points. Weird call to run the ball, then call a
The
timeout.
defense has to be ready for a run. So if they go with a nickel package, that extra defensive back will have to think like a linebacker. Be ready to make a stop if they do hand it off.
Tosses it left.
2nd and 7. Pitch to the left side. They're going to take another timeout after a running play. Interesting clock decisions here by Jacksonville. I
The
don't love
defense
it.
has to play smart and not have any stupid penalties that keeps this drive going.
Ramsey sends
3rd
it
down
in.
and 10.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
Ramsey had the receiver wide open at the sticks. And Ramsey's missed his last 4 completions, so they haven't been wild incompletions. It's not like he's overthrowing receivers or anything. They just aren't catching the ball. An unfortunate way for this half to end for Jacksonville as they continue to just kick field goals. That one's no good. It's not even close. So I have to change and amend my comment earlier. Because they said they were going to give up 6 free points. They've only given up 3 points off of those turnovers. Special teams issues for Houston. So, just when I thought, hey, we'll have a quick half here, I knew that the last 2 minutes were going to be rough, because they always are. Every time we get like a really good game that's super smooth and clean, the clock is continuing to run. Jacksonville had some really long drives, and they've dominated time of possession. Once we hit that 2-minute warning, the game changes how it works, and it really takes a long time to get to halftime from that point. Granted, I did look at a punt return, and there's an interception from Tom Brady. He's off to the races, 40, 30, and he's going to be tackled inside the 30-yard line.
That's exactly what happened out there.
Wow.
He felt the rush
Houston
coming.
is playing like trash today.
For grabs, and he paid for it. I'm sure that he wished he had that one back as soon as he let it go. We need to watch the guys up front on this play. They're going to be passing. And the best thing the defense can do
There's
here
a throw to the right
is to get some
side.
pressure on the
We
quarterback.
have 1st and 10 for Jacksonville. They're going to need to hurry up to the line here because I don't believe they have any timeouts. Just kidding. They had 1 left in their pocket.
And so the kicker
9 seconds, so we'll see them with another field goal attempt here.
Before halftime.
Reed 3 for 4 with a long of 39. Right along that career average, 75%.
Field goal team into the game for the attempt. The kick is up. The kick
is good.
It's good again. 4 field goals.
6 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. It's been all field goals and all Jacksonville throughout this game. They have 6 points off of 3 Houston turnovers.
Here's the kickoff team.
Jacksonville is lined up for the kickoff. Number 83, back deep to return.
Nice distance. From the 6-yard
From
line.
the 5-yard line, he'll get up to the 20 and wrangled down.
A turnover stat,
High shoulder
like
tackle
this.
there. 3 turnovers for the Texans, nothing for the Jaguars, and it's 12-0.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Looking upfield.
Going with a fullback run, and that's just going to get us to the end of the half. All right, Jacksonville 12, Houston nothing. Winner commands the AFC South.
0.
Houston, nothing.
Oops. I was actually trying to skip that for copyright reasons. Time of possession dominated. I mean, this game has been dominated by the Jaguars. Texans defense has done a great job keeping them in this game. It's only a 2-score game. And hell, even if Jacksonville gets another field goal, still a 2-score game, you just need a 2-point conversion. All right, enjoy Houston's first possession of the second half. I'm going to get up, fill my water, and I will join you momentarily. Actually, watch the kickoff return there.
Well, he's shaken
And we'll be right back. Oh, no. Justin Lucas injured his shoulder on the play.
It's 1st and 10. Brady sets up. He'll pass on 1st down. Throws it. Pratt was ready for that one.
That's just another case of the quarterback trying to do too much.
So after the interception now, it's 1st and 10. With the carry, Rodgers hauls him down behind the line. Couldn't find any success in the middle.
Yeah, and he was looking for a place to cut back, but the defenders had all their gaps, and there was no place to cut at all.
Let's go to Melissa.
Well, Al, the Texans coach talked to his defense in the locker room and told them that they played the run pretty well in the first half, but he needs an even better effort from them here in the second. We'll see if they can come through, Al.
That was Melissa Stark with her sideline report. Under pressure, gets rid of it, and it's caught. Down he goes at the 24. John, he's hurt. We'll get an update from Melissa as soon as the extent of the injury is known. About 2 to go. Ball on the 24-yard line. To carry it. Pickup of about a yard on the run. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Reed heads out onto the field for the field goal attempt. And it's on its way. 15 points he's added with 5 field goals. Bannister, he's back for the kickoff as we take a quick glance at his return numbers. The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 80, back to return.
Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 2-yard line. Give the defense a lot of credit on that last possession as they were able to force the interception. Let's see what happens this time. They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
We'll see. Comes the heat.
Brady sets up. Going to the left. Loss of about 1.
With the play. Loss of 2 on the play.
Second and long. Ball on their own 19.
We'll see. Far out. Set.
Man in motion.
I got motion.
Counter goes for a gain of about 3.
Run. 3-yard gain on the play.
The Jaguars come out in a nickel
Ball
package.
on the 21-yard line.
The Texans using motion.
Come on, D up. That all you got?
Dropping back. Pressure. Goes with a short pass to the right side. Breaks away from the tackle. Good pass to the fullback on that play, John.
And don't be surprised if they look in his direction again. He's not just a solid lead blocker. He can hurt you in the passing game, too.
It's 1st and 10.
Snake eyes. Set.
Ritchie in motion.
I got motion. Pull the dog under.
Going to the left. Great play in the backfield. Thomas didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them off
Ball
sides.
on the 29-yard line.
Set.
Jacksonville appears to have scored another field goal, and it is now 15-0.
Good
Texans
connection
defense
This guy has great confidence in his arm. He
really,
knows that he
really
can
doing
make
everything
the
they can for their
completion
offense. They've
regardless
held
of the
them
coverage.
to 6 field goal attempts at this point. And gives this Houston offense an opportunity with 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3 to get back into this game. I do not take the 2-point conversion until I get the first touchdown. Make it 15-7. Oh, you only need it when you absolutely need it.
Steamrolls the defender. Now let's have a look at what our runners
And unfortunately,
have done up to
Brian
this
Simmons
point.
appears to have injured his knee on the play, and I knocked over some cookies when I sat down.
5 yards to go.
So many sprinkles. So many sprinkles on those cookies. I thought it was going to be way messier than it was. Thankfully, it wasn't. All right, 2nd down and 5. Brady under center. Hands off. He's going to try the middle. 92 was a free rusher off the edge. Just looking for someone to tackle. Good job by the Texans to run away from that. 3rd down and 3. Houston with a nice completion. Tom Brady is going to score or throw a touchdown pass as 2 Jacksonville defenders collided. Look at that old photo of Tom Brady. Collided and took each other out. Keenan McCardell coming up with the score. We should see it here on the back end. He's going to get the catch, and 47 dives and kind of hits the hitbox of the other player, and that caused him to dive. Very weird scenario. The Jacksonville Jaguars, whose defense has played so well up to this point, does give up 6. All right. Making it interesting with a total of 6:04 to go here in the game.
The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. So the offense puts together a tiny string of plays that ends with the ball in the end zone and a touchdown on the scoreboard.
Now that's just the type of thing that you come to expect from these guys. They do a really good job scripting the plays that they're going to be running. And they do a great job of executing them when they run them.
Leckler in to kick this one off. Good distance.
Kick is away. Jacksonville returns it inside the 10-yard line up to the 20. Makes a move and kind of slips through some defenders there. Gets up to and past the 35. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 38. Hand off to the tailback. Looks for
Texans with a nice job making that stop right there.
The defense had
2nd
great
down.
penetration, and they were right there to cover their gap assignments.
Only 1 man in the backfield.
2nd and 10.
Using motion. Pressure coming. Rolling right. Looking down.
Ramsey ran out of time. He had so much time to work with. Patrick Ramsey appeared to have injured his shoulder on the play. That is huge for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have been in control of this game. But I did say something similar, and we saw something similar
3rd and long after the snap.
in the previous game, where the quarterback went down with an injury.
Line up in the shotgun.
Wasn't as severe as one might have thought. It is 3rd and 17. Looks like Houston's only rushing 3. He finds a receiver over the middle. It's McCardell. They needed 17. They got about 13. It's going to be short of the line to gain. And this Houston Texans defense going to give their offense another opportunity. And that opportunity will come in the 4th quarter, 15-7. Setting up for an exciting finish here in Jacksonville. The lead for the AFC South on the line.
Teams are set for the 4th quarter of play.
Following a punt.
So 3 and out, and they'll line up for the punt. Here's the kick.
Oh my gosh, hit immediately.
They can't be happy.
No fair
with
catch
that.
or anything. You can see
Needs to
that
do a better
yards,
job
those
of
yards
winning the
have
block.
evened up.
Then again, we didn't get too many to work with.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 20. They line up in the I formation. Man
So
in
Brady
motion.
under center. I formation, as Al Michaels said, drops back.
Closing in with the
Those
pass.
finds
Drops the
almost the hands of a defender
Looked like
there.
that was going to be a
They're
turnover.
going
That's
for
the thing. That
the
was a perfect opportunity to make a big
little
play for
running
his
back out of
defense.
the backfield
He
kind
lets
of
it
play it
go as
looks
an
like.
incomplete pass rather than an interception.
Drops back. Gets the pass
Brady
off.
throws right side, finds a receiver who pops off with one tackler,
Give him time
and then kind of gets
to find
tackled
a
by that
receiver.
same
Yeah,
guy,
this
but gets
he
a
doesn't
little bit
throw
of
it
help.
behind them. He doesn't throw it over their head. He throws it where they're going.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
First and 10. Doesn't quite have as much
So
room
after that
as
run,
you'd
we can
think.
see how the 2 main threats on the ground have fared so far. Second and 9 coming up here.
Sideline to sideline.
Second and 9 here. Brady throws left side, finds a receiver with a little,
Zips
like,
the
on
ball
the
into
spin
receiver
there.
on that one.
The quarterback quickly read the defense and fired the ball into the receiver for a first down.
They line up in the I formation.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Thomas. Nice play fake. Passing work.
Throws right side, finds a wide open receiver in between 2
They've got
defenders, and
something
he's
going
down the
here.
field
That's been
inside
one
the
first
20-yard
down
line.
after another. They're putting together a nice-looking drive
This
here.
is best possible time for the Houston Texans to kind of get their offense into a rhythm, and the worst possible time for this Jacksonville defense to break.
It's first and 10.
Is that all you got?
Ball on the 17-yard line.
Hit him low.
Throws it.
Goes to the right side, finds a receiver in between 2 defenders again. Johnson with a nice catch,
That's
and they
just a
are down to
display
a
of great
first and
hands
goal
shown by that
scenario
receiver.
here.
The throw was a little off the mark, but he got his fingertips on it and brought it in for the catch.
Snake eyes.
With the carry. The running back gets about 3.
On the run, 3-yard gain on the play. Second and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line.
Dropping back. Pressure.
He looks, fires, and finds a receiver for the touchdown.
Texans. And he's able to get open
Just
in the
kept
end zone.
going, stayed along.
The defense just
Stayed
seemed to
moving.
tackle him down there.
Wow.
They do a better job keeping the play in front of him so that that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Now they have to go for 2 here with 3:01 to go in the fourth quarter. At least, tied up. There's no point in even going for the extra point. Field goal gives you the lead either way.
They'll go with
They
a
go with a play action
He's
pass.
looking.
He's going to roll. And he's going to get tackled in the backfield. I believe they call that. That's right. Yes, they call it a sack. 2-minute, 75-yard drive. Ends with a 3-yard pass from Brady to Stewart. The 2-point conversion is failed, and it is a 2-point lead for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
A lot of clock. They have to shut him down and get the ball back to the offense for one more last-minute drive to come from behind.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Kick is away. And from the 10-yard line, Jacksonville tries to get a return there, but he'll get up to the 25-yard line and stopped right there. Gonna go with a handoff.
At the 29.
Probably a good call.
And now our
Just
viewers
start
can see
milking
how
that
successful
clock.
each team's main running threat has been today. Second and 6. Ball on
There's
their
no
own
reason for them
29.
to snap this ball before like 2 seconds. We'll see what they do here.
Only one man back.
Scheme is a lot better about the clock management than something like
Jaguars
NFL
using
Fever.
motion.
But I think with this motion, they might actually, once he's set, they might hit the snap. Yep, and that's what they do. 18 seconds that time.
A
So
5-yard
kind
pickup on
of keep
run
that
by the
in your
tailback.
head as we work through this one.
On the play.
The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
That's all you. That's his grill.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on 3rd down so far.
Let's go. Come on.
Green.
Well, at least they got the first down on that one, but that should not have been snapped before the 2-minute warning.
But they didn't finish the play and ended up costing them a first down.
2 minutes left.
I guess the difference probably isn't as significant because 18 seconds,
It's 1st and 10.
they still would have had to snap
Ball
that
on
ball
their own
before the
36.
2-minute warning. So it probably wasn't that big of a deal.
2 minutes to go. Ramsey sends a man in motion. He gets the carry.
Time isn't really a factor there as the clock is stopped anyway.
Yeah, that's a chance you take. You're hoping to get some penetration and hit them in the
Timeout
backfield.
by
But if you
Houston.
miss, there isn't a lot of help at the next level to keep them from picking up the first down.
This one is just about in the books. The backs are lined up in an I.
47-yard line.
You got him.
They go run off the right
call a
side. Timeout.
They have 1 timeout left.
I'll bang to the man. 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Get the ball.
From midfield, running the ball, trying to go up the middle.
31 on the carry.
I
I'm
would
guessing
guess that
this
they'll
should
take
be
a
a run.
timeout here. No, they're going to let it
Defense can't be
run.
lollygagging around, because if they are and they give up a first, this one's over.
3rd and 5 coming up.
I guess
Ball on
either
the
way you're going to
48-yard
lose
line.
40 seconds here, so it's probably not that big of a deal to let this clock run
With a man
now.
in motion.
Ball on the 48-yard
The Jacksonville Jaguars are going to cost themselves some time here, perhaps. No? Okay. Nope. Yep, they did. 19 seconds. Green can't quite get the line to gain, and that's going to save Houston some time. 19 seconds on the play clock when they snap that ball. It's 4th down
So
and
the offense has
inches.
one more shot to see what they can do
Houston
here
should
with
be
the time
taking a
remaining.
timeout here. Timeout. Timeout. Timeout.
Tupa will try to have this one stop inside the 10.
Guess it doesn't really matter then, huh?
Here's the punt.
Much better clock management from the Jacksonville Jaguars on that one. They still did end up burning. Oh, they burned about 20 seconds because Houston didn't take that timeout. Houston on the flip side
Still enough time for him
burned
to get into
40
field goal range.
seconds.
The quarterback can take what the defense gives him.
Didn't
But he
even-
should
doesn't
be
even
able
make
to either
sense.
stop the clock or move the chain.
Houston needs 30, 50 yards probably.
Man in motion.
45, 50 yards in 45 seconds. Can Tom Brady engineer a comeback to give Houston an incredible come-from-behind victory?
Hits his receiver in stride. Right into the receiver's hand.
Well, it's off to a
catch
good
for the
start,
first
about a
down.
12-yard
This
gain
guy
on
makes
1st
his
and
tough
10.
catches look easy.
He's calling everyone up to the line of scrimmage. He'll stop the clock for the
Like the
spike.
ball on 1st and 10, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
They got to keep moving the ball downfield. And they're at a point where the receivers need to be getting out of bounds after the catch.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
The Texans using motion. The blitz is on.
2nd and 10.
Cuts it to the
Brady
right side.
throws and finds a receiver who's on one man to
Brady
beat.
has done a
Oh,
good job finding
my
holes in the
goodness.
secondary on his way to over 200 yards passing.
Oh, do we
What they're
have
doing here is keeping
an
the
incredible
defense from
comeback.
huddling up. And it keeps the same defense on the field.
They're going to spike the ball again. Maybe Houston knew what they were doing after all. Don't give Jacksonville any time to respond.
Jacksonville comes out in the quarter
Ball on the
defense.
40-yard line.
They got nothing.
with the pass.
Oh my gosh!
The defender was all over that.
Oh, Jacksonville's gonna win!
He saw his opportunity, and boom, he took it.
That's
With the defense not
unbelievable!
having all of its timeouts, they'll probably come out and take a knee here on first down.
Shades of the, what was it, Dallas Bucks game earlier, or Dallas Tampa Bay game earlier this season?
The Texans
Unreal!
call a timeout. That's their third and final timeout.
Brady throws a game-losing interception.
Doesn't have enough timeouts to get the ball back. As long as the offense takes
And
a few
I mean,
kneel downs.
they had one timeout, and they needed probably 10 yards. I mean, if that's a catch, that's probably a Houston win.
And 12. Ball on the 25.
Wow. I thought Houston had it in the bag. Interception to end it. Unbelievable.
Ball on the 25.
Jacksonville doesn't even score a touchdown. 5 field goals.
There's
And
the
that is
final
enough to
gun.
not only
The
defeat the
final
Houston
score
Texans,
is
but
Jacksonville
take
15,
first place in the
Houston
AFC
13.
South. Houston still in it,
This is
but they're
Al
obviously going to
Michaels
need
with
some
John
help.
Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
And this might be the one of the more fun divisions to watch as it comes down to the wire. The AFC is the more chaotic division right now, with several divisions: the West, the East, and the South, all really competitive. And the North is, I believe, pretty competitive as well. The South and the North are most likely just going to send one team that wins the division. That's it. The East and the West could send like 2, maybe 3 teams, depending on how this goes for the rest of the season. The NFC is a little weird because it has the Lions, the Rams, and the Cowboys have had stranglehold on those divisions for most of the season, and even a team like Green Bay, which is, I believe, also 8-4, they are pretty well suited to make the playoffs. Oh, wow, what a fascinating game that was to watch. All right, we're gonna end it with one more, as we always do. It's your game of the week. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos right here, youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Be sure to scroll down, subscribe. As always, we'll get you caught up on the scores. We'll get you caught up on the standings, and we'll take a quick peek at next week's schedule, which could be very interesting depending on how the Steelers do. The Jets scoring a big victory earlier today. It's 39 degrees here in Denver.
Thanks for joining us today as the Chiefs get set to take on the Broncos. EA Sports is proud to present more NFL action. I'm Al Michaels, along with my partner, John Madden.
I'll tell you what, this guy could put up some big numbers through the air if that defense doesn't
Trent
put
Green,
some pressure
actual
on.
Chiefs
He's
quarterback.
the type of quarterback who makes you pay if he gets a lot of time in the pocket. But it's not just him they got to worry about. He's got a few guys who can make plays for him.
Former first-round selection out of Marshall makes a great target for him every game. I think most people in the league like to think that he's deceptively fast. That allows him to sneak past the defense for big gains. Now, whether or not he'll be able to against this defense is something we'll be paying a lot of attention to.
This is what football is all about. Look at all those guys down there getting all pumped up. They're really fired up and getting ready for this one.
Both teams have taken the field, and let's see what happens now as we're ready for the kickoff.
All right, Denver in Kansas City. Oh, I forgot San Diego had kind of lagged. So this is a battle for the 1 or the 6 spot. The lead in the AFC West.
Kicking off.
It is wild here in the AFC. I thought the Chargers were doing better than they were. So it would be, this would likely send 2, and the AFC East would send 2, and then you'd have maybe a North team and an East team that would have solid records that probably should be in the playoffs that would not make the playoffs because of the not super great play from the South and kind of the North as well.
Hand it off to the back. And that's a gain of about 8.
It's a weird one. Feels like there are just kind of a lot of teams in the NFC playing for a couple of spots. Or one spot, maybe. With how well the Packers are playing.
To pass, lines up with 5 wide receivers. Here's an opening.
There's a nice find up to midfield. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Kansas City. Here in our third and final game. Thanks again so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's Randy Moss.
The Chiefs come into this game very confident that their offense can take over and create all kinds of problems for the defense, John.
This team's very good at freezing the defense. Doesn't sound like much, but getting the defense to hesitate for just a split second can make the difference between a short gain or a first down.
1st and 10 from midfield. They're going to go with a run off the right side. Spun down after a gain of a couple.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Ball on the 46-yard line. Closing in.
Green drops back, throws, and finds a receiver.
He makes a terrific
running free up the seam.
Even the receiver was surprised how quickly
nice
that one got
catch
to him.
there, and
that's the kind of thing you just
first
hope
down
you
and
can
10.
hang on to as it goes by.
They'll go from the I formation.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Get in there. Give it all you got, kid. Come on.
It's the toss to the
pitch
right.
to the right side. Nice block on the edge to try and give him some extra yardage, but Garber off to a good start. 3 runs, 20 yards, over 6 yards a carry, or just under 7 yards a carry.
1 yard to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Pressure going for 6.
Throws it into the end zone. Touchdown, Randy Moss. Kansas City off to a hot start here.
That's just great communication between the quarterback and his receiver.
I mean, that was not a fancy route at all. That is just Randy Moss being Randy Moss. Hey, just run straight up the field. Defender bit in for some reason. Perhaps it was a zone defense.
The kicker lines up for the point after. The kick is up, and the extra point is good.
Kick is up, kick is good. 22-yard pass from Green to Moss as a caps off a 69-yard drive.
Now they'll go back to the sidelines and see why they were able to beat the defense for 6. And they'll try and repeat those results the next time they get the ball.
Here, simple tip. Kansas City, hey, just throw to Randy Moss. He's really good.
Smith is just about ready to kick this one away. He kicks it off.
Kick is away.
From the
4-yard line, he'll get up to the 20.
The offense heads out
take a little bit of an angle there, but not a terrible run back, about 20 yards. And that is where the Broncos will start. 1st and 10. Another one of those weird handoffs. It looks like it just takes so long to get to the running back.
Did a great job getting in there to bring him down.
Here's what happened. They ran to the outside looking for some room to run off tackle, but he was in the backfield so fast they had no chance to set up the play. That's
2nd down and 10. Also took 8 years to hand the ball off. Pennington drops back, steps up and throws, fires right side, and that is incomplete.
Gain of 4 on the play.
3rd down and 8.
With the pass.
Throws to the right side into triple coverage, incomplete. Probably hit a helmet there. Really shot back towards the line of scrimmage. And just nothing doing for the Broncos on that first possession. Loss of 1 or 2, gain of 4, an incomplete pass, and just
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick.
Nothing. Looks like he maybe got a little bit under that. They're going to go with a fair catch.
He did the right thing. Concentrated.
Has enough room, and that'll be a 1st and 10 for Kansas City, their second time out.
First and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line.
Looking for room. Breaking free.
Really nice run for Barber. He's going to get about 9.5. Second down and very short coming up.
Only one man in the backfield.
Second and inches.
Green sets up. Handed off to the back.
With the run is a fumble, but we have a penalty. It's probably going to be a face
Flag
mask.
down.
And it's going to be a 15. It was a penalty there. I believe it was just a 5-yard penalty.
He has to make sure that he wraps the ball
That
up
I think
better
is going to
when he
erase
sees
the
contact
fumble. Oh
coming.
my goodness. Denver almost got the break that they needed, but
Following the turnover now, it's 1st and 10.
ugh. Awful. Awful time for a penalty right there.
Tosses it left. A lot of room to work with.
Goes left side, tries the stiff arm.
This running back is more effective than some passing games.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Barber is off to a fantastic start here.
About a yard to go. Ball on
Another
the
9-yard
29-yard
gain,
line.
setting up 2nd down and 1.
Barber, the lone setback.
Ball on the 29-yard.
Pressure coming with the throw.
Throws left
Then
side.
complete
Bad
pass will
throw
bring up
there
third
because
down.
it looked like the defender was in much better position than the receiver. It's an incomplete pass.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Handed off again.
Go right side, and he's going to get spun down. Stopped just short of the line to gain.
On the play.
What a good time for Denver's defense to come through. Kansas City will have to settle for a field goal. And a really good break for Denver. Almost had the turnover. Negated by the penalty, and that's no good. A super win. Super win for the Denver defense there. The sun shines brightly. Thank God they cut the camera angle because, boy, the ball got lost. And, oh, my God, my eyes. Local man blind due to video game sun. Researchers confused.
1st and 10.
Chad Pennington, quarterback for the Broncos, leads his team out. Second drive of the day.
Lines up behind his
They're
fullback
down
in the
7.
6-yard line. 1st and 10.
What a turn of events. We've also seen a lot of missed field goals today. I feel like this might be the game where we have seen the most missed field goals. It's only like 3. But every game has had them. We've seen a couple of guys miss like multiple times. Pennington drops back, throws over the middle, finds a receiver who gets tripped up. Kind of a weird hitbox collision
Yeah,
there.
that was a heck of a call. I mean,
That'll
they
be
saw the
1st down
pressure
and
was
10
coming,
for the
and he knew
Broncos.
right where to go with the ball.
Looking to get on the scoreboard or even up this game.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Hand off to the tailback.
Go left side, but Kansas City reads it well and stops him before he can get too far up the
These guys
field.
up front are very tough to block because they can use their size and strength to get excellent leverage on running plays. Sometimes they struggle a little with their consistency, but they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
Man in motion.
So 2nd down and 10. Working with some motion here. Once he gets set, they'll snap the ball. I don't even know that he got set. Portis, the nice run
Carries it
out
for
to the
6
edge.
yards on that play.
Tried to go for the spin move back inside, but the collision animation took over.
So they need about 3 here.
Third down and 3 will come up after this break, and they switch sides. Quarter number 1 is done. 7-0 lead for the Chiefs, who I thought were really going to put it to the Broncos, especially after that first drive. They got the break to eliminate the turnover. Couldn't do anything with it, and then missed a field goal. So a lot went right, even though a big thing went wrong for Denver. And now they're looking at a 3rd down and 3 to keep this drive alive.
Hand it off to the back. They'll go with the play.
Going with the play action pass over the middle. Love it. I love it. I love that play so much right there. It's a play action, well sold. Number 85, it's basically just run 10 yards, turn around and wait for the ball. Sure-handed, caught it, tried to get a few more yards, but more importantly, completed the pass and got the first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Bring that pain, baby. That all you got?
Pennington gets set. Hand it off.
1st and 10, tries to find a little bit of running room, makes a man miss.
Hits the goal, picks up
Spin move just
4,
for
maybe
fun,
5
and then tackled after a pretty solid game.
Only one man in the backfield. Hand off to the tailback. Fakes the handoff.
Pennington throws right side, almost
Fastball's incomplete.
intercepted.
3rd down upcoming
Really
after
nice
that
job by
incomplete
Kansas City to
pass.
get in the path of that ball.
They need 5. Ball on the 24-yard line.
3rd down and 5.
The Chiefs come out with 3 down linemen.
Broncos short drop. That should have been picked.
And a chance to
Really
end the
well
drive.
done there
Here's
by
the
number
key.
48
He
to
was
at least
looking
make
at
sure
the
it was an
quarterback the whole
incomplete
way.
pass.
And when he
Should have
let
been
it
an
go, he was
interception.
all over it.
Terrible
He
throw
just
by
didn't block it.
Pennington. We saw that in one of the earlier games from, oh God, who was it?
Injured. An attempt to put up the first points of the day.
What the heck? Who was it? It was the
The kick is
quarterback
up.
for the Bills.
The try is good.
Kick is up and kick is good. 38-yard drive and a 42-yard field goal. It is 7-3 Kansas City. Super short drop. I mean, that's the danger of that play, right? We saw it earlier in the game. It worked. It led to a sack, and then it worked. 3-step drop and just wing it out to the hot receiver or the primary target.
Here's the
And
kickoff.
then sometimes the defender is just right in the way.
And this one's a short kickoff. From the
12-yard line, he'll get up to the 20 and the 25. Made the first man miss, but the second guy was there.
The 25-yard line.
On the return.
Only one man in the
They'll take over
backfield.
at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah.
Using motion.
First down and 10 here for Kansas City.
He hands it off.
Nice job by Denver's defense to get in the backfield immediately and make a stop. 2nd down and long coming up.
It's 2nd down and a long way to go.
Give him a loss of 1 on the previous play.
We'll see.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
They give it to the halfback.
Goes with a handoff. Nice job stepping
Pick up of the
inside
body.
and
On the carry.
making it go north and south.
8 on the play.
Only one man back.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
You got it. Set.
Third
Man in
down
motion.
and 4.
We got nothing.
Cross play to the right.
Off to the right side. Tackled and dropped for a significant loss on 3rd down. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the punting unit will come on the field. A little surprised to see a running play on 3rd down. It's like they're trying to run out the clock. What was that animation?
Smith.
Like they're trying to run out the clock in the second quarter.
Gaffney sets
And I'm
up,
really
waiting
surprised
for
that
the punt.
Kansas City has slowed down this much. That first drive was so good. Denver's
So he was brought down before he had a
covered
chance
or
to get anything going.
return
Good
unit
job
sets up
by
a
both teams
decent
there. He gets
pocket
his
for
team
him to
a few
try and
yards
find some
closer to
room.
the end zone, and the
Good
coverage
field
team
position here at
prevents
the
him from getting
47-yard line
anything
for Chad Pennington and the
So we have
Broncos.
1st and 10 here.
That animation was so funny. Like, I gotta go.
Pennington gets set. Closing in.
Pennington drops back, throws right side, finds a receiver. Nice grab. I couldn't decide if I wanted catch or grab. Nice grab.
He shows a nice touch in the short patterns. He can thread it in there against tight coverage, and he can put some air under it when he's trying something downfield.
So first down and 10. Inside 3 minutes to go here in the half.
Tosses it out to the left.
Pitch to the left, kind of. That was a weird-looking play in the backfield, but doesn't really do a whole lot of good. Kansas City's really been stifled on these last couple of drives, giving Denver that opportunity to creep back into this game.
Again with the run.
Go left side. I'm surprised he didn't go towards the outside, but he got the first down, so it probably didn't really matter.
Runs like that for first downs, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
27-yard line.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Throw to the toss to the right side. Portis tries to get the edge, but Kansas City defends it well. We should hit the 2-minute warning here any moment.
Two minutes
to go here in the first half. Second down and 7.
Inside enemy territory.
Back off, DBs. Get up, lad.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
Go right side.
And the halfback
Finds a little bit of room. Sets up second down and very manageable. We'll go with the no huddle. It's going to be an empty backfield from the shotgun. Quick throw to the left side. He got burned with the interception earlier, or the well-defended pass, I should say. That time it goes for a touchdown. Denver, 10 unanswered points here. Kansas City could use a response on this next drive to try and tie this game.
Edinger comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way. The extra point attempt is
Kick is
good.
up. Kick is well good. 50-yard drive. Ends in a touchdown.
And the kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Number 21, back to return.
Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. From the 14.
Very returnable up to the 20 already. First man that meets him gets him. First and 10 from 25, 26.
An effective 2-minute drill will give them the opportunity to put some points on the board before the half. So they have first and 10 here. Ball on their own 26. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
26-yard line. First and 10.
Pressure. Throws it.
Throws off the backside of the
Not much
defender.
touch on that pass.
May have
That'd be
tried
an
to put a little
incomplete
too
pass.
much oomph on that throw. The defense needs to remember not to play too soft and give up big gains underneath. But they also don't want to play too tight and end up giving up a big play to set them up in scoring position.
Quick drop for number 10. I just now put together that it was two quarterbacks. Number 10. Trent Green got tackled for a lost sack, as it is also called. Come on. And it's third down and 14. Denver smartly taking a timeout after that quick play.
Dropping back with the throw. Incomplete. The quarterback thought he had
Pardon
that
me, and that is an incomplete pass to the right side.
Oh
boy.
You got to use some touch.
Time for a punt here as it's now 4th down. unable to get anything going on that series. They'll have to punt it away here. Here's the punt. From the 47. He takes the defender.
That's a really nice return. Pretty poor punt there.
One block to let him go the distance.
These Denver Broncos are looking good in the second quarter. First down and 10.
Looking for an option. Throws it.
Short throw. Don't love the decision there. I'm okay with the throw, like, kind of short, you know, but maybe don't catch it. It's going to be, what, second down and 7?
One mistake can lead
It is
to a
second
big
down and
play
7,
for the
so a
offense.
very small gain of 3 and a lot of clock usage here. If they get too close to that 1 minute mark, they will burn a timeout. Pennington throws toward the sideline, caught. Should be a first down.
The quarterback delivered that pass right on the mark. There's no defense for a perfect pass. On a 3rd and short situation like this, the defense has to be ready for anything.
Oh, wow, 3rd down in inches. That is so close. Pennington steps back, throws, and it's a terrible decision to the back in the flat. And that is, I mean, that should have been an easy first down conversion. Hell, even if you run it and take a timeout immediately, that has got to be a first down conversion, not a 3-yard loss.
51-yard attempt here.
It's going to set up a 51-yard field goal.
And it's up.
Well short. Well short.
One thing as a defender,
22 seconds here. That was
take a gamble for a turnover.
Kind of
and then
absurdly
give up
long
a big
field goal.
play that lets them get points before
Actually,
the half.
Maybe it's surprising that it was so short because of the thin air in Denver.
Gets rid of it.
There's a nice throw and completion. Into Denver territory immediately. They probably need 15 yards. Unless there's some like significant wind that I don't.
Needs to just play smart and not give up a big play. There's not a whole lot of time left, so they just need to prevent them from getting into field goal range.
Pass play here on first down. Looking downfield.
All kinds of time. Throws right side toward the sideline. Incomplete out of bounds.
If you get the ball to the receiver, he's usually going to make the catch. There's not much he can do if he has to catch the ball out of bounds.
Denver comes out in their nickel package.
On the 44-yard line.
Give it all you got. You got it.
Second down and 10 with 14 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Green drops back, looks, fires over the middle, finds a receiver. Past that first down marker, should dip. That's a timeout. It didn't pop, but they did show it. Or they didn't show it, but they didn't pop a timeout. 9 seconds to go, and we are not seeing a field goal here.
So he has to be smart.
That is very surprising.
Dropping back to pass on first down.
Green throws left side, finds a receiver. He's going to make go. We almost made that first man miss, but he's going to get really lucky because he stepped out of bounds instead of getting tackled inbounds. Does Kansas City have a timeout left? Oh, they did. Okay.
Back to the field.
That is a very surprising turn of events right there. Usually what happens is this game calls a timeout at 1 minute. They call a timeout immediately after a successful play at like 57 seconds.
So this field goal
Then at about 9 seconds left, they kick the field goal. It is incredibly rare to see them do that.
Right on target.
Run a play with 9 seconds to go. Dawson's field goal is up. It is good. And we are all knotted at 10 with 1 second to go before the half.
The kickoff team lines up.
Is lined up for the kickoff. Number 80, back to return.
Short kickoff.
See what they do on the return. Finger on the X button to skip the halftime show. That'll do it.
So go to the line. locker room with the
10-10 between 2 8 and 4 teams.
10.
Could be looking at seed number 1. I forgot all about it.
Now.
Could be looking at like the first seed or the final seed here
in the first half.
in the AFC playoff picture, which is pretty wild. The Dolphins could be kind of a pesky wild card, as could the Jets.
Here's the
I mean,
kickoff.
if things go wrong for whatever team loses,
Number 80.
And a short kickoff.
could be looking at a Bills, Jets, Dolphins appearance in the playoffs.
Pull him down.
No one
Don't
has
forget
really
about
taken
the
control
Bengals
so far
or
in this
Steelers.
one.
They can
It's
still make a run
anyone's
at it
game.
as well. AFC South is most likely going to have to win the division to get in the playoffs.
Portis. Gain of 2.
Or just a small gain on the first play out of the halftime break.
Second and 8. Ball on their own 26. Pennington gets set. Dropping back under pressure.
Pennington throws it. It's intercepted by Kansas City. What a turn. The throw way too low. Defender just in the perfect spot at the perfect time and makes the grab. First and 10, Kansas City.
After the interception now, it's first and 10.
Oh, we'll see if that person comes back. He was all mad about the Chiefs or something that I said about the Chiefs
Give it to the halfback.
at some point.
Loses one tackle.
Oh, I think it was the comments on the what if Super Bowl prediction, whatever.
Absolutely tees off on the defender. I mean,
And
he
then
puts
just
him right on his
was
back.
very upset about something I said about Kansas City. And it's like, whoa, can we calm down? Can we settle down? Can we not take sports so seriously? Just relax. It's a game for children that we pay top tier athletes billions of dollars to play,
18-yard line.
and are still, I think, costing the city of St. Louis taxpayer money for that dome that they built for the Rams. That just were like, okay, see ya, we're going back to Los
They
Angeles.
really hustle on the
Bye.
defensive side of the ball. They're very good at clogging up the line, limiting the number of holes and cutback lanes that the back has to choose from.
Second and long coming up here. Ball on the 19-yard line. Only one man back.
And 11. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Closing in.
Trent Green drops,
The throw.
throws over to
Jumps
the
and makes
right
the
side,
catch.
tackled
Threw that one
as he
underneath the
caught it.
coverage.
And that's
Held on to the ball, though.
thing they teach you to do.
A couple of receivers in the area. You'd like to see maybe the running back run toward the outside there.
They line up in
Didn't
the
have
I
much
formation.
of an opportunity because of the high throw. Third down and 5. Throw to the left side.
Watch it
That's a
here.
really
This is
nice
great
run and a
call on
really
third down
timely
to keep the
stop.
drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. But this is a heck of a throw
Ran
and
into
catch
just about
to
everybody.
pick up that
Green
first
just
down.
got the ball off. And Denver with a nice tackle. Gives themselves an opportunity at a goal line stand here. First and goal from the 1 coming up.
So it's first and goal. Ball 1.5 yards out.
Well, actually, it's from the 2-yard line.
Barber. Nice.
Play action pass throws into the middle of the end zone, and that should have been
I
intercepted.
bet you as soon
in
as
the
he
back
let that
part
go,
of
he was
the
wishing
end
that he
zone.
could have it back, because that could easily have been an interception.
Second and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line.
Second down and goal. Going with a handoff right side, and for whatever reason, the defender went to engage the blocker.
Yeah, he knew
Had
where he
maybe a
wanted
shot
go,
to stop him,
and
but
he
it's
got
a
to it.
touchdown for Kansas City regardless. And they retake the lead with 10 unanswered points of their own. Well, 9 extra point pending.
The kicker lines up for the point after. And it's up.
Kick is up. Kick is good. So there it is. 10 unanswered points for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they now lead 17
Whether
to
it's your
10 with
special
a
teams
tie
or defense, it
remaining
sets you up
in
with
the
great
third
field
quarter.
position. Your job as an offense is to take advantage of it. And they did it right there.
Here's the kickoff team.
Is lined up for the kickoff.
It's on its way.
All right, kick is away. From the
6.
5. Get it at the up to the 20. Did that weird thing where he kind of stutter stepped right there, and then just
they'll be looking to do the same
that was
thing
it.
Here. Portis in the backfield.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Hand it off. Loses one tackler. Stiff arm to the ground.
Couldn't
The
really get
defender
a
brings
lot of
him
room
down
there.
At the 23.
CB number 25. Such an important part of this defense. He doesn't even have a name.
Eight to go. Only one man back.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Pressure gets the pass off.
Pennington throws it with pressure in his face.
Johnny
He's
has
coming
a
off the
great
side there, and he makes a nice pass out to his left side
Well, you can see
for
it
a
right there. It's his
completion
accuracy.
up past the
It puts this
45,
guy
getting
on a
towards
whole nother level.
midfield.
Pennington gets set on the carry. The back
Had
picks up
a
about
great
2 on
run
that
there.
carry.
Three-yard gain sets up second down and 7.
Portis fakes the hand.
Denver, I think, confused that they have a lead. He threw another interception. Oh, or maybe it's the first one. It doesn't matter. He's going back inside the 20 to stiff arm to get him inside the 15. And that is a huge turn for Kansas City. They've already scored 10 unanswered points, so this is an excellent opportunity to put this game, start putting this game out of reach. Just a nice read there. Little matrix cam, got around the first guy, got around Pennington, who took kind of a weird route, stiff arm that man in the face. And it is 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line.
Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10. Barber, the deep man. Green sends a man in motion. Crosses it out to the right.
Pitch to the right side. Barber with a beautiful spin move inside, and that is going to get down to a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. Let's get it. Out.
Green gets set. He gets the
Pitch to
count.
the left, and that is well read by that Denver defense. Kept him for a loss of
He
4.
did what linebackers are supposed to do. He flew to the ball, and when he got there,
I don't know that I love the pitch plays in this part of the field. I think like a stretch or
Second
trying to
down,
get around the
goal to
outside
go.
is fine, but
Ball on the 6-yard line.
the pitch play just seems weirdly ineffective.
Green sends a man in motion. On the call.
Green going with a run. See, there you go, right up
He
the
keeps
middle.
pounding away in the ground, and he closes in on 100
See
yards.
what they do here. This is going to be very interesting. About a yard and a half out from the end zone.
Keeps it. Touchdown.
Oh my gosh, quarterback sneak. Whew,
This is
it,
exactly how to get the ball, man.
wow.
Just get in behind the center and guard. and
Took
keep
a
pushing
shot,
and
didn't even
pushing
really get
until
low
they're
like you
putting
would
up
normally
6
see on a
points on the
quarterback
board.
sneak or like try to go high. like Tyler Huntley did, and then lost it, and then Cincinnati returned it for a touchdown.
Dawson comes in for the extra point.
So this is going to make it
And it's on its
17
way.
unanswered.
The point is good. So they were able to use their great field position and drive the short distance to get into the end zone.
17 unanswered for Kansas City, now holding a 2-touchdown lead over Denver. Looking for that home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They might need a little bit of help from another team to beat the Bills. I'm not exactly sure what the tiebreakers are, and it doesn't tend to display enough information to like make a guess.
Sends it sailing. From the 5-yard line.
From the 5-yard line up to the 20, he'll get tackled right there. So Denver coming off an interception. What do they have in store for this drive? They have to score, and they got to score now.
Receives the
Going
handoff.
with a handoff. Okay, not a terrible start. Good run. Portis has been consistently good today. Coming off that left side.
About a yard to go. Ball on their own 30. It's the toss to the left. Portis picks up
Tried to
just enough
spin
to
move,
convert.
but
First down.
spin move, it's been 50-50 like at best for Portis today. He's had a couple of nice spin moves and a couple where the game just goes like, no, it's a tackle. What? First down and 10. Hands the ball off, looks for some running room and finds some. Surprised to see Denver sticking so closely with the run game, or so consistently with the run game. They still have time, yes.
2nd and 2 coming up here. Ball on their own 40.
Well, I guess they don't trust
So we
Pennington
reach the
at
end of the
all.
third
All right,
quarter
we're
with
through
the
3.
Chiefs ahead of
In the battle of 8 and
Broncos,
4 teams, Kansas City
24-10.
is on top,
And we'll start the
24
fourth
to
quarter.
10.
2nd and 2. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Dropping back. Stepping up. Rolling.
Pennington throws
Great
left
break.
side, finds a receiver. It's
Great
Portis
spot.
on the
Throws
sideline.
the
He'll
chance
get
to move the
taken
chains.
down inside the 40.
All you have to do is
Be
get a
first
step.
down and 10
This
for
guy's
Denver.
going to put the ball on you.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. Pennington gets set. Great fake. It's rid of it.
Throws left
and
side,
he makes
finds
the
a
grab.
receiver who like sped
So the
really
whole
weirdly
field
toward
was
the
able
middle of
to
the
stand
field
back
and then
there
kind of
and find the
paused
open
and then turned
The
upfield.
defense is sending extra
Very
rushes to
weird.
the quarterback. It takes a lot of poise to get the ball out of there with any accuracy.
Hand it off to the back.
We go right up the
Goes down
middle,
at
tried to find a little bit of
24.
room, but not a whole
Needed
lot.
couple on that
to do
carry.
it. Wow, 16 rushes for 51 yards. I actually would have expected those yards to be much higher.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 24-yard line.
So second down and 7.
7th play.
High
of this
formation for Denver.
It's the
Pennington
pass off.
looks, fires,
Adjustment.
finds
The
a
defender
receiver
brings
inside
him
the
down
15. Going to give him a
at the
fresh set of
12-yard
downs.
line. Nice pass and good catch on that play.
The pass was fired in there so hard, I think he left smoke in the ball.
Give it all you got. All right. We'll see.
With the throw, the pass falls incomplete.
Throw,
Ooh,
but
what a
it's incomplete.
huge
Contact on the
hit. Caused
backside made it a little
Yeah, jarred that ball right out of there.
hard to keep control of it. Be second down.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go.
Denver's got to score here. They are taking quite a bit of time off this clock. They're going to need their defense to make a stand, and they're going to need to come out with probably a little bit quicker of a pace. They're going to go with a run again. That's going to set up third down and long. It might be third and 11. Barber with 70 yards. Portis with 51.
Very quickly.
Good matchup of running backs today. Not something we see a ton in this game or any of these games because they are only 5-minute quarters.
6 defensive backs.
Field goal is out of the question here. Touchdown or bust for the Broncos. Third down and 11. Off the hands, but he's going to actually come down with it. Good concentration by Portis, but he did fudge it up in the first place. All right, here you go. It's not game, but it's darn close. Pennington throws, and it's incomplete. A turnover on downs. Probably should have been intercepted. And that might be the game right there.
They may try something a little different from the playbook.
Let's go. Come on. Walk out right. You got it. You got it. Come on. Gee up. Set. Ball.
Barber. Slips
hands the ball off the right side.
Kept it on the ground, picks up about 7.
7-yard gain on the play.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Jolly in motion.
Kansas City not doing a great job with clock management here. They're snapping the ball way too early.
First down.
They do have a much safer lead to work with than we saw in some of the other games. The Jacksonville, Houston one to be exact.
So they have first and 10 here. Green gets set. He tucks it away.
So they've run 2 plays where they've snapped the ball at 20 seconds. So that's 40 total seconds that they could have used to ice this game, but instead they're snapping it.
Second and 7. Ball on the 25-yard line.
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
2-minute warning. Second down and 7 coming up. 24-10. Kansas City. That was a good one.
They need 7.
Good one for a little bit. I mean,
Ball
it's
on
still
their
been
own
a pretty
25.
solid game regardless. We've had a good day of games throughout the afternoon or morning or whenever you're watching this, which is always a positive.
That's a 3-yard gain.
With the carry, 3-yard gain on the play.
The Broncos.
That
call a
interception was
timeout.
absolutely
That's their
a
first.
killer for Denver.
Third and 4. Ball on the 29-yard line.
5th play of this drive. We'll get the call again.
3rd and 4 going for that left
Denver
side.
call a
Nothing
timeout
doing
here. They have one timeout
for the
remaining.
defense there. They're able to stop him just a yard or two
First
short.
down.
Hey, all he
First
had to
and
do was
10.
get
That's
behind
Denver's
those big old
second timeout.
blockers
They
and
should
just keep pushing.
only have one
Next
left,
thing you know,
obviously.
they're moving the chain.
This one is just about in the book. Mealy goes in motion. Barber.
Barber tried to find some room off the right side. Nothing doing.
Gain of 2 on the play.
The clock will wind. I don't know if Denver will end up using that last timeout. For whatever reason, teams have been aggressive about using the first 2 timeouts, but they have held that last one for no reason, really.
Barber.
Kansas City again doing Denver a favor here as they are snapping the ball far too early. This is it. This game should be 60 seconds closer to being done.
3rd and 6 coming
But
up.
instead it is 3rd down and 6, and Denver with that extra timeout maybe just knows that the clock management's not great.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
real deep. Eagle left.
Hands it off. Denver will
Fourth down. Denver will take a timeout with 56 seconds to go. Everybody wasting my time. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Are they a little too conservative here?
You maybe want to give the other team as little time as possible. They're pretty comfortable running it, and falling short of the first isn't a big deal because you keep the clock moving.
Gaffney looks like he's ready for the return. Here's the kick.
Kick is away.
He signals for a fair catch.
Fair catch
Hey,
at
no reason
30.
to take a chance and risk a fumble. Smart move there by the returner.
They'll pass on every play from here on out.
When you're down by more than one score and there's less than a minute left, that's all you can really do.
First and 10.
The out now. Catch the ball, man.
So first and 10 with 50 seconds to go for Chad Pennington and the Denver Broncos. Throws over the middle, finds a receiver up at the 45-yard line. That'll set up first and 10, and they will kick into gear for a
Hurry up to the line.
hurry-up offense. Snap the ball with 35 seconds left, and they'll go with a spike to stop the clock.
They have to
Second
move
down
down
and
quickly
10.
here on second down. The lineup with 6 defensive backs.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Sideline to sideline. Set. Take him out.
Drops back. Gets rid of it.
Throws left side, finds a receiver into Chiefs territory.
Pass finds the receiver
Just short
for
of the first,
down.
or just short of the 40-yard line, excuse me.
In that high pass to get it.
He's trying to hurry them back to the line.
I'll go with another spiked pass. 21 seconds to go here. Spike ball.
Second and 10. Ball on the 41-yard line.
Let's go. Come on.
Pennington sets up.
Get at him, D. Got him. You got him.
Second down and 10. Pennington drops back. Throws left side, finds a receiver. He'll be right along the first down marker. They'll give him enough to make the conversion.
The coach is having them hurry it up. He'll stop the clock.
Spiked into the ground there.
Second and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Second down and 10. 8 seconds to go here.
This drive.
Pennington drops back,
Under
looks,
pressure,
fires over the middle,
safety.
finds a completed pass.
Brandon Stride.
That will do
Within
it
scoring distance.
for today's games.
Signals the
24
end
to
of the
10 to
game.
end
The
this
final
one.
score is
Kansas City improves to 9 and 4.
Denver 10.
Denver falls
This
to
is
8
Al
and
Michaels with
5.
John Madden
So we're going to go ahead
saying
and
goodbye for
we'll get out of here.
EA
Get out of this one. We'll simulate the rest of the week and see where that leaves us. Matchups for next week and kind of how that goes. Jets, Steelers could be a big one. Kind of just off the top of my head. Detroit's playing a good team as well, but I can't remember who it is. And we will let it auto save here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Oh. This control stick is worse than I remember it. Hold on. Whoa. Freaking controller. Simulate the week. Ooh. We have some interesting results here. Right off the top, we have the Ravens just taking it to the Bengals, 34-9. Both teams now 7-6 in the AFC North. The Chargers fall to the Lions. The Lions improved to 9-4 with a 7-point victory, 24-17. Packers take care of the Bears. Let's go, 31-7. Now 9-4 are the Packers. They dropped the Bears to 4-9. Texans, we watched this game. They probably should have won this, but the Jacksonville Jaguars just edge out the Texans 15-13. Seahawks destroy the Vikings 41-10 to improve to 6-7 on the season. Buccaneers get a 2-touchdown win to drop the Saints below 500 at 6-7. They improve to 10-3, 31-17 your final there. Bucks hold on to the number 1 spot in the NFC, excuse me. The Giants, they win 24-13 over Washington. Eagles with a big upset, 20-15. That was one of the oohs that I gave you. 20-15 Eagles over the Cowboys. Cowboys, I've always felt were a fraudulently good team. And it's kind of showing. Eagles making a run. I believe they hold the 6th spot in the NFC. Steelers taking on the Raiders. The Raiders, just an absolute beatdown. 27-3. And the Steelers fall to 7-6. So I think that's going to be a 3-way tie for the AFC North lead. Colts and Titans. The Titans get a victory over the Colts. The Colts really needed to win that game to really have much of a shot at getting back into it in the AFC South. They fall 17-6. Cardinals all over the 49ers. The 49ers now 3-10 following a 28-14 victory. Those two teams have been out of it for a while. Jets took care of the Bills and inched themselves closer to an AFC East crown. They're now 8-5. The Bills now 9-4. Also at 9-4 are the Chiefs. We watched them win 24-10 over the Broncos. The Dolphins improved to 9-4 as well, and they win 13-3 over the Patriots. Panthers with a big victory. The Falcons were at 500. They were 6-6. I thought they might have a shot to make a run, but they really faltered today with a 24-point loss, 27-3 your final from Atlanta to the Panthers. The Rams fall as well. Browns improved to 7-6, 26-13 your final there. Rams now 9-4. All right, standings. Buccaneers, why? They have clinched the divisional title. And I think the Rams had a shot at that as well, if I remember correctly. I think if they could have gotten to +1, whatever their win was last week, I think they would have clinched it. The Buccaneers, the first team to clinch there, the first 10-win team as well, got a bunch of 9-4s, which is pretty wild. So there you go. Buccaneers, they clinched the division. Congratulations to them. All right, in the AFC, we have 3 teams at 9-4. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins. Those would be your 1, 2, and 5 seeds. The Broncos are the 6. The Jets miss out. The Jaguars are your 3. The Steelers, Ravens, or Browns. Stevens, oh my God. All 4 teams are 7-6. Are you kidding me? I forgot the Browns were in contention. I totally forgot about that. So whoever wins the AFC North would be your 4 spot. And the Jets, even with the victory today, would miss out because of the Dolphins' victory and them being a game behind or 2 games behind them entering the day. Wow. The entire AFC North is 7-6. Texans are 6-7. They'll need some help to get in, but we have a very exciting AFC North, which is kind of the par for the course at this point. And the NFC, the Cowboys, just kidding. The Buccaneers are the number 1 seed right now. They have clinched the divisional title, which means that they have also clinched a playoff berth. Well on their way to getting that home field advantage, thanks to the Rams' loss today. Packers also find themselves at 9-4, as do the Lions. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Lions would be your 5. Cowboys your 4. Eagles your 6. Seahawks, Saints, Falcons on the outside looking in. Seahawks got the help that they needed. They got some of the teams in front of them to lose. They still need help with the with the Eagles losing or the Cowboys losing for that 6th seed. And obviously they need to win. That loss, if you go back to that Browns game we had them play last week, they lost that game. If you flip that record, if you give them 1 win, they might make the playoffs. I don't know exactly how the tiebreakers would work, but Seattle might miss a playoff because of terrible clock management against Cleveland. All right, AFC North. Everybody's tied at 7-6. AFC South. It's kind of a two-team race at this point. 7-6 are the Jaguars. 6-7 are the Colts, or the Texans, excuse me. Colts really needed a win today to get to 6-7 and give themselves a real fighting chance at a division crown, but they are, I would say they are toast, but maybe not. It's going to be slim to none. But I guess, so you're saying there's a chance, that sort of thing. Titans are 4-9, they're trash. AFC East is very competitive. 3 teams over 500, the Bills and the Dolphins. Both in the playoffs right now. They'd be the 1 in the 5. At 9-4, the Jets miss the playoffs if it were to kind of hold out the way it looks now, even though they won today. But they still, obviously, a lot to play for them. We'll see who they play over the next few weeks. I think the Dolphins and the Bills play each other in week 15, maybe 16. So we can take a look at that as well. AFC West is competitive as well. The Chiefs, they beat the Broncos, so they get sole possession of it. And they are, I believe, the 1 spot right now in the AFC. So there was a lot to play for. Broncos are still in contention. I believe they're sitting at the 6th seed at the moment. It's kind of weird. I'd go through all of that stuff and then immediately forget what it is. Packers and Lions are tied at the top of the NFC North at 9-4. The Vikings are 5-8. The Bears are 4-9. The Chargers and Raiders are both 5-8, by the way. I did not finish that thought correctly. The NFC South has been decided. The Saints and the Falcons are going to have to hope for a wild card spot if they want to make the playoffs. Buccaneers are 10-3. Saints, Falcons 6-7. Panthers 5-8. Down, but not quite out, though about as close as you probably can get. NFC East is not decided yet. It's been the Cowboys division. Basically every season we've done this. It's been the Cowboys division with the exception of one where Washington played very well. And the Cowboys have done this before where they have gotten out to a really hot start and they've slowed down in the back half of the season. I don't know if it's an injury that happens or what goes on, but they have struggled in the back halves of seasons in this series. The benefit for them throughout the first couple that they did that, none of the other teams were all that good. The Eagles are finally making a push that could push the Cowboys out of the playoffs, which would be good for me because I don't like the Cowboys. The NFC West, still not decided yet, because technically if the Rams lose out and the Seahawks win out, they could theoretically have a shot with it. But the Rams literally just have to win 1 game. That's all they have to do, and they'll solidify themselves in the playoffs and force Seattle to get into a wild card spot. So we'll keep an eye on that division. Cardinals and 49ers are out of it. 4-9, 3-10. Not so respectively. Yeah. Oh, the Giants and Washington, 5-8 and 4-9. Who cares? Who frickin' cares? All right. That does it. Let's take a quick look at next week's games. Got the Vikings and the Bears. Pass. Bengals, 49ers. Pass. Colts, Falcons would have been more interesting had the Colts won. The Falcons need that game pretty badly. Chiefs and Lions, game of the week, 2 9-4 teams. We might be back in Kansas City next week. Jaguars and Patriots would have been more interesting if the Patriots had a better record. Steelers, Jets, we might see the Jets next week. With that 7-6 versus 8-5. The AFC North is always crazy. It's always wild. 4 teams with the exact same winning record this late in the season is unheard of. That is bonkers. Seahawks and Rams. That would probably be a good one to check out. Rams just need to beat the Seahawks. They'll clinch the division, and they'll probably kill the Seahawks playoff hopes in the same. Probably kill the Seahawks playoff chances at the same time. But Seattle can maybe make a feisty comeback and try to fight for that wild card spot. Texans taking on the Bucks. That might be the end of the Texans season, honestly. The Buccaneers are good at 10-3. Bills and Titans, and great. That one's not great either. Browns Broncos. Okay. Be kind of nice to have an AFC North matchup. Ravens Raiders. Okay. Garbage. Ooh. Eagles Dolphins. Okay. All right. Birds versus fish. Okay. Well, there you have it. Week number 14 is in the books. If any of those matchups sound like fun to you and they have good playoff implications, let me know down in the comments below, and you might see it on next week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I have a great time making them. I hope you have a great time watching them. We're down to the final few weeks here, the regular season. 3 of them left, which is fun, and there's still a lot to play for. So that's good news for me as a content creator. I appreciate you watching. If you want to see more and keep up on all things random rosters, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Stick around for Mariners baseball later, and we'll see you next week with more Madden NFL 2004. Goodbye, and go Sports.